Hi, how are you? How you doing? Doing good? I hope you're doing good. So today will be the next episode of The Wanderers, episode 26. 26 already. Ah, time flies, time flies. But anywho, hi. We're gonna get this started here in just a moment while people wrap some stuff up. A little bit of a late start, but that's okay. It happens. Nobody's perfect. We are all human. So with that, we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Sit back and hopefully enjoy. All right, all right. Well, speaking of things swept under the rug and far north, I'm ready.
And I can't tolerate the silence.
I don't know if y'all are ready. I'm ready.
Here, let's see. I'm gonna roll to see if I'm ready. Here's my d20.
I'm ready.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I rolled 2 d20? Wow, even worse.
Yep, a 5 and a 4. Then you have no modifiers to your readiness.
Okay, well.
I don't know if you're rolling for advantage or disadvantage, but it's still pretty bad.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting ready. I'm ready.
I suppose we shall see who else is ready. I know
Roll
Vaul's
for
ready.
Roll for being ready.
We're just seeing who's ready.
There's no button.
Oh no.
All right, Kalia. I think you're gonna have to go back outside. That was a nat 1 when you're ready.
I mean, I am finishing off a piece of pizza, so kind of accurate, but I'm like an effective 20 to 50 on readiness.
All right, so who would like to do the recap?
Can we just read Seji's? She posted it.
She got a good one, basically laid out.
I don't remember.
But the viewers who, would be watching the VOD or currently tuned in don't know, can't read that.
No,
Are we on camera?
Yerg. Damn
Oh, heck, 'cause I'm not
it!
wearing a bra right now.
I think it was recommended we read it out, right? Because then we can hear it.
Assuming you don't turn into a robot.
yeah.
No robot.
Well, it all started when we were in town. It was a hot summer day.
It was a
kidding.
sunny day in Delaware. I remember. I do actually. So I do remember the race. In which it was Kit against Kaito. Neck and neck. You'd think that Kaito would have just like kicked Kit's butt, but
You would think.
you would think. And Vald was gonna join in, but ended up just kind of like flying over the top of everybody and kind of like observing, helping to like determine, like ended up landing right at the finish line to help determine who won. And through many shenanigans, running into Scooter, who is very pissed, even more than normal. Ended up as a tie, I think I remember. And then there was the celebration of pancakes. And in an attempt to make the door accessible to the mayor, was instead turned into licorice, which Squirrel Kit ended up eating until he got on a major sugar high. And I ended up helping to kind of redirect that energy into running laps over on the edge of town during the race so that he could stay out from underfoot. So actually, let's see, it must have been pancakes then race. And there was gathering the spell components for Kit's ritual. And yeah, I think, let's see, what was it? Yeah, and okay, so the pearl was to cast Identify,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't, let's see. Oh yeah, and then Kaito went to Glorp to get an update on the weapons, and it appears that all of the weapons that were thrown into the lava and then spit back out, even though they appeared covered in like solid lava, once that lava was removed, it appears that each of those weapons was then imbued with a special new power. I don't remember what they are. Kaito, you're gonna have to fill us back in. Oh, they had runes. Yes. Let's see. And fire damage added. And that was to Kaito's axe, right? Fire smack. And then I don't remember what did Kit's dagger do? Oh, was it the same runes? Okay, same runes on both the dagger and the axe. Awesome. Because he threw his in too. And we're all very excited to see what happened with the pick. I can't remember. We were maybe told what had been happening with it, but I don't remember what had happened.
I
Because
don't recall.
yeah. So out of character, Cube, can you remind us what happened with the pickaxe? Because we would have found that out when the goblins went back to continue mining more.
He threw it in and left.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
when we right, and then but like, right, isn't it something where you were saying then we would have like kind of in the background, we would have run or shown the goblins to the cave to where the stuff was and discovered something had happened or not to it?
Maybe. Nobody stalked any goblins.
Oh, I thought we had taken them back to the cave, like out of story. Because you said you gave us the option to like just have it be kind of an assumed thing that we traveled back with them to show them where the cave was and show them around. But we didn't
Oh,
have to roll
that was just
right?
that was just saying that you guys have been to the cave. Now you have that option to send them there because you know where it is. You guys never executed that plan.
I thought we did. I thought we said that was what we wanted to do to get them started on mining the ore.
No, not that session.
Didn't you like roll something to determine like what happened to the pick? I thought.
Nope.
Oh. Well, all right then. All right, well, we'll have to do that this time. But aside from that, we did learn that
The rolls for the other items.
the various buildings cannot be change in any other way other than to be turned into food if we ask the Fey spirits in the tavern. So, word to the wise. Oh yeah. So then, as Price went out to check on Goose and allay some of his frustrations, the Booyogs were bringing their wolves over, and Jib, the raptor, came over, and I was luring him over with some jerky, and Kaito spoke with him to determine that, yes, confirmed, his favorite snack is meat, all kinds of meat. And I think
Meat.
meat. That was primarily what I recall. So, I think we also got a new assignment from Luana. We got paid as well. And oh heavens. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it was we were supposed to go to do, but we were going to be heading north from town. That was our plan was to head north, to look for there were, what was it? Forest spirits were being reported to have been acting weird, maybe. And we were going to go check it out, and we thought we would go ahead and make our way up to the monastery that we had learned about before, which we know is somewhere to the north, but not really sure if it's like direct, like where it is in the north. So we're going to aim for the monastery, looking for spirit activity along the way. That's what it was. That's all I
Oh
remember.
yeah, I vaguely remember that now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That was an amazing recap.
Well, thank you. I actually,
Oh,
Seiji
look,
just
there's
reminded
more.
about one other thing. Yeah. Is that when Price was coming out of his area, because he he brought out a charcuterie board just packed full of meat, and then that's when the wolves came out to try and get a bite, and he got mobbed by them. Good recall. Okay, that's all I remember. Anybody else remember anything else?
I do remember us chasing. You might have said this. I'm sorry, but Goose chasing Price around the building and us trying to chase them. But it was all kind of, just for fun.
Yeah, they had to Scooter had snagged Price, and so Kaito and possibly Flora, were you involved in that? Had to go chase Scooter to rescue Price. That's what it was. Because Price was Scooter was
We're about to
pissed.
light that goose up.
Such an angry goose.
Thanksgiving's
Oh,
coming
Price had
early.
just unsummoned him after all was said and done.
Oh.
Oh, there's more reading tight. Mm-hmm. Don't you look at me like that. But it's a good thing you can't say anything to me because you're muted and doing other stuff. Ooh, got her. All right. Is there anything else? Anything Vold related?
Oh, he was really big.
Oh, well, Vol grew. Oh yeah, that's
Vold
obvious
went
thing we
through
should
puberty.
mention. Yeah, I level up. Vold kind of grew up a little bit. And is now what, like 6 feet tall? 8 feet tall?
Yeah,
Something crazy?
about 6 feet.
Vold's a big kid now. And because Seiji asked so nicely, okay, that's creepy, and that is definitely not how it happened.
That's what Vold looks like now.
For the listening audience, there was an animated GIF just posted with a granny like pushing a giant baby down the street. Because I may have been checking out the now totally grown up Vald. That's all. I'm just saying. I'm just like, oh, maybe he's not a little tiny goblin. He's something else. He's like humanoid sized. I was like, I thought that was super cool that he also changed because I'm a changeling. And I'm like, that's so neat. So, I'm just saying. He's got all those muscles now. And it's like, I don't know.
But I
I
am still kind of a baby in
which
relative life terms.
which is why I didn't pursue the matter when I learned that. So all I'm saying.
I may be in my 20s, but that's still only a
Seji,
fraction.
can you draw this real quick, please?
I mean, technically, I am probably close to the same because, like,
Giant
I
baby bald.
I am still young in changeling terms as well, even though, like, I am, you know, normal adult size.
Hmm.
Seiji, I think I think Flora wants you to draw Callium making eyes at Val. Don't put him in a diaper though. He's not that kind of baby. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, anything else relevant that anyone remembers?
I think we leveled up.
Wasn't that the time before? Well, that was
No,
we leveled up, and that's what
Talia,
resulted
it
in
was
Valve
last
throwing.
time.
We kind of leveled up in between times because leveling
You're
up was
not
part of
picking
our
up what I'm
last
putting
recap.
down here.
All right. Anything else, folks?
That's all, folks.
And one poor little squirrel.
Yeah, he's probably got quite the stomachache after eating all of that that licorice. Oh, yeah, as we learn through others' examples, we discovered that Mayor Chungus doesn't really pay for food very often. It's just it's part of the contract for the town, it sounds like. So we don't have to give them all our gold.
To which you guys never did in the first place. For whatever reason, you guys chose to start doing that.
Well, yeah. When we thought, it was like, hey, well, but now we know we don't need to. It's already covered. Helpful.
Man, Kaito has such a descriptive recap when she's not talking, apparently. Good lord. Remembers
Well, I think
everything.
your mic's not working.
Is this funny? Because the last time she was like, we were in town.
She's dealing with stuff in real life.
Oh, I know. That's why this is so juicy. Anyway.
But she's here. She is present. And has a message to the DM.
Wonderful. Let the hate flow through you.
So, I guess group question here. Do we want to start making our way north with the assumption that Kit will catch up with us? Or do we want to do other stuff in town until he can actively join us on the trip north?
You can just nap in the wagon.
Yeah,
Laura
that
did it.
works. Yeah.
It's a
Everybody
real
good with
cozy
that?
wagon.
That way he's like there when he's back.
Yeah, I like that. If the DM is okay with it.
Fine with me. Don't bother me
Heard it
none.
here first. We've got a little cozy napping corner in our wagon. That's how we like it.
I mean, by now we should probably just add an official pillow and blanket to it. Part of our travel gear.
There
I
you
Maybe a
mean,
little folding cot.
now would be the time to do it while you're in town.
Okay.
go.
Oh,
Mod
is
in the wagon.
Price, are you around? Is he AFK? Oh,
Eh?
you there? Okay. I was gonna say, did you have any plans for your wagon? Or in about making some upgrades?
I mean, technically, this one's belongs to the town. I think we could kind of do whatever.
Wonderful. Well, do you in your beautiful suitcase home, do you happen to have maybe a folding cot we could add to like, maybe attach to like one side of the wagon and be able to pull it out and allow people to nap if need be? I'm sure we can probably snag some extra blankets and a pillow from the town.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on.
Awesome.
Gonna click his briefcase open, and he's gonna bend his knees down a little bit, and he's gonna put both hands like palms together above his head, and very comically dive into the briefcase, just like a cartoon character. And the lid's probably gonna like fold shut as you hear just rummaging around. And I guess just to make it
Ooh, turn my volume way up.
somewhat fun for the DM, a 53 on a D100. What do I get? What can I find in my briefcase?
A pillow of Scooter's feathers.
Ooh. See the briefcase lid pop open, and it's just an arm sticking out with a pillow. I found it. Crawl out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll like
Oh,
reach
this
out
is-
for it. Be like, that looks super fluffy.
oh
Is that-
yeah.
Is that Scooter's
Yes.
contribution to this as well? As I'm like squishing the pillow.
Yeah, don't tell him.
I'll do that zipper motion on my mouth, like secret safe with me. I'm just gonna push it against my face and be like, that's soft.
The softness comes from the unbridled rage.
Right? The hatred is just a tenderizer for pillow down. Well, wonderful.
So you have
Well,
one
then-
Scooter pillow.
I will let's pretend since the game is paused, I can't move my piece, but I will
Mhm.
go rummaging in one of the kind of, I don't know if there's a closet or something for extra linens or blankets in the back room, the I guess guest room behind the tavern.
So you go all the way through the alleyway to get there.
So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look for blankets. And I guess if we're doing it this way, oh, that's not what I meant. Let's try that. Oh gosh. So apparently I
You
get
really weren't
lost.
ready.
End up in the pantry supply. No. Maybe cleaning supply closet.
I think Talia fell down the well.
I come back and tell you guys, be like, well, I don't know what
That's
happened, but
really
there aren't any blankets
bad.
in there. And you guys just see me shudder and kind of walk off a bit.
No. What happened?
I'm gonna go ask Loana and see if she has any advice for extra blankets. I'm just gonna shake my head as I walk away. Our take our walk through though. And knock on it. Excuse me, Guild Mistress Loana. Can I ask you a question? Hopefully you can help.
You see you're inside doing paperwork, and you knock. And you can't really hear it, but you can visibly take note that there's like a sigh. And then she gets up from her chair, heads over to the window, unlocks it, slides it open. Works a
Guild
brow.
Mistress, do you know of a good spot where there's some extra blankets we could borrow for an amendment to the wagon?
She points to a goblin behind you that is standing triumphantly with a long cape on. It does not billow.
Which is this cape a quote unquote cape and actually a blanket that he has tied around his shoulder?
Folded several times to be smaller.
Excellent. Excellent.
And it is that
Um,
same goblin that Gan gave encouragement to and was standing in the middle of the road posing.
Oh, amazing. Well, I definitely can't take his cape, but I'll turn around and be like, Goblin, that is a gloriously uh let's see, what was the word that he was saying? Like that is a very glorious cape that you have on. Would you show me to where you found any additional capes like that? I would love to have one.
Reserved for bestest gobos. Big boss say so. And he flex poses.
Also, so Glorb told you that we can't have any. Is that the truth? And I'm gonna start making my arms slightly longer. Be like, are you sure you can't spare just one? I'd hate for my arms to get too long. I think a little bit more.
Oh, you're getting robot-y. You know, scare me.
And how close is he to me?
He's like right next to you.
Then I'm gonna grab him with one arm and I'm gonna tickle him with my other hand and be like, oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Do you make
Might
your
have
arms
to
really
tickle him.
long to grab him?
Not super long. Because I don't want to freak him out. I just want them long enough to be able to like succeed in grabbing him.
Give me a...
Dramatic, maybe?
Yeah. Yep, that's Dex.
Wahaha.
Let's see. Gotta find one that's on the board so I can use that stat block. Just checking what kind of bonuses they have. Okay. So a d20 plus 2. I'm just using Glorb's stat block. Yeah.
So I succeed in my tickle attack?
I mean, you succeed in grappling them.
Okay. Well, as I tickle him, I'll be like, I'd hate to take the one that you have that's so glorious, but if you showed me where they are, I could just grab one. And it'll go to a good cause, I promise. And remember, I am also a boss.
But is he number one Gobo boss?
Do I need to be?
Good boss. Did I delete the token? Oh no, there he is.
I'm like, and I'm gonna hold my hand threateningly, like I'm gonna keep tickling him if the answer is anything but yes. Probably need ooh, I don't know if this is gonna go over, but hey, intimidation.
Just give her the damn blanket, damn it. Making all that damn ruckus out here. Damn it. And then you see that angry bird just like open the door, stick his head out, yell at you, and then slam it shut.
I'll look at the goblin and be like, see? Even he agrees.
Yeah, fine.
Oh.
Meh. And he begrudgingly takes his cloak off.
Thank you. I'll grab some jerky from my pack and be like, so that you're not leaving empty-handed. Here, some tasty jerky.
He kind of snatches it and then starts like chewing on it, like grumbling as he does so.
I'll be like, hey, goblin, what was your name?
And as you ask that, he's already turned the corner and disappeared too.
I was thinking, I really didn't want to have to take his blanket cape, so I'm going to make a point to maybe find some fabric and cut him a cape in a size that would make him not have to fold one up.
See, look at you. A diplomat.
I mean, you know, goblin politics, right? Gotta show him who's big boss. And I'm just going to smile, be like, thank you for your guidance. We are just wrapping up our preparations to head out of town. So if you need us, we will probably be mostly in the center of town before we head out.
Wonderful. I'll be here in my office doing paperwork as I always do.
Good luck with all your paperwork. Thank you. And I will wander back down. And as I approach, you guys see me holding up this blanket
Just say
with
he
a
sleeps,
lot
so I'll
more
just
of
hide the
a,
token.
like, my arms are up in the air, like, major, like, victorious pose. And I am just grinning as I walk up. You're like, I got it, you guys. You don't know what I had to do to get this, but I got it. And also,
Nice
side note,
work.
I owe a goblin a cape. Don't ask.
Price has a cape.
Yeah, but that's Price's cape.
Are you sure
And-
that one even works?
And I'll unfold it and be like, and like whip it out, you know, kind of like shake the dust off and be like, see, blanket size.
As you unravel it, all sorts of lint and dirt and dust and just a blanket that's been dragged across the ground constantly, like pebbles come flying out of it. Like it looks like somebody had a blanket that they folded up and haven't washed it in days, but have still been carrying it around and dragging it through town.
I will probably
Goblins.
off at that cloud of dust and be like, oh, sorry about that. Please don't mind the pebbles. I should probably go wash this before we put it in the wagon. I'll be back. So I'll make my way to the washroom here. Maybe if I can open the door. Ooh, I like the door sound. That's cool. Can't get in. Is that a locked door sound?
Yep.
Oh.
Some people
thought we
still
had
have
been-
houses.
Oh, I thought that was one of the washrooms we were using. Okay. JK. Then in that case.
Gets arrested for breaking and entering.
So let's see.
There's the basin down there that you can wash it in.
I'll do that.
That's the one that
Instead of-
Kit took a bath in, just the other day.
Fine. It's probably still cleaner than this blanket cape. So I'll do what I can to try and wash it. And while I'm doing that, I'm sure you guys have other stuff you'd like to do.
Like leaving town.
Yes.
Like leave it town.
We should probably get some provisions.
Meanwhile,
Visions.
it's almost like a corpse exploded just outside the tavern as these creatures are ripping into meat and tearing it apart. And just kind of like blood's everywhere. Charcuterie shenanigans. And the Booyogs are just standing there, hands on hips, just watching this whole thing, just taking it all in.
Who
Yeah.
befriended the raptor?
Couple people.
Laura's just gonna climb up on top of the wagon. That's a little threatening looking, perhaps.
I mean, it's not like there's a pack of potentially bloodthirsty animals just
And I'm
feasting
just a
on
little bunny.
raw meat.
So when are we getting out of here?
Guess I can hide this token too while I'm at it. 'Cause he's off board.
Cool.
I don't know.
Which direction were we heading?
North? Maybe we should just pull to the north side of town and wait for Kalia there. This doesn't seem like the greatest place to wait. Speaking as a, small, fluffy creature.
I can rotate.
Unless you
Is that
think
what-
you can wrangle those beasts.
Who are you talking
All
to?
right. I don't know. Just
All right.
anybody? If anybody wants to maybe send them away? Price, you good with animals, especially the naughty ones. Could you
I'm gonna
maybe
just
scare them
let
out of
him
the alley?
eat for now.
For now, there's
And
meat.
see, I forget which booyog it was, but there was one of them that was just kind of like handling them.
The handler would be fodder. I don't know where you're trying to go with that, though.
Which, I mean, I was leaving it up to fodder to take care of them.
Oh, in that case, nothing changes. They just feast, and the booyogs are just watching. You think he's gonna stop them? This is glorious. True bloodbath. So, anywho, Kala, you eventually finish washing a blanket, albeit with much effort.
The labor of love. Well worth the effort.
All right. So the consensus is leaving town. Is that the goal?
I
agree.
As I get back, I'll ask, did anybody grab provisions from the tavern before we head out?
I've got what I need.
I better grab some more jerky. So I'll step in and think about
There.
a big satchel of tasty jerky.
Yeah, Flora will scooch inside. Hastily.
Satchel
You
size
get
for
a
me.
small satchel worth of jerky.
A small satchel. A
And
comfortably carryable satchel of jerky. We could
Like-
also put it in the wagon, so it could still be a big satchel. You could just
now
go
that
wagon.
now that we've been paid, Flora is gonna leave a gold on the table. There you go.
And it vanishes. Boop.
Goodbye, strange little table. Someone close the door.
You can just click it to open it. All right. So the journey north
Yes.
to the north. So yeah, okay. So you, upon finally, deciding to head north, out of town, out of the safety of this goblin-riddled, minotaur-protected, Drider homesteaded, ogre-owned, goblin blacksmith town, you finally depart. So the question is for you guys: how do you want to go about looking for stuff? Because you did hear about like anomalies and what have you, weird stuff going on, and Luana basically said just pick a direction. There, stuff is happening everywhere.
Well,
So what is it you are looking for per se? Like how are you going about it? And then we'll go from there.
I figure, and I'll kind of propose this as if we're kind of starting to trundle our way north. You know, there is probably quite a bit of area we're going to have to cover before we find what we're looking for. Um, Due to my time in the Feywild, I can sense when Fey and like sylvan creatures are close. But aside from that, do you have any recommendations? Maybe a detect magic or something that do we want to kind of, you know, wander back and forth in a loose pattern to see if we sense anything as we travel? And of course, ask whoever we might meet. Any other ideas?
I can detect magic if you'd like.
That could be helpful. So I
We
propose that we maybe travel down out of character down the middle of the map, however we would refer to that in game, to give us the best chance of not having to separate too far out from the wagon, but to maybe, be able to each kind of hop away maybe 20 feet, 30 feet, and kind of that way we're not splitting up. We can still see the wagon, but maybe we can cover more ground and get a wider grid searched on our way out. What do you think?
Sounds
Yeah, I
good.
mean, I
Let's
don't
give
see
it a try.
anything wrong with it.
North. So they're
Okay.
heading north, so
Well, and obviously it's something we can adapt as we need to.
those. Put that here. Getting the tokens on the next part. Ah, it's moving tokens one at a time. I hate this.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. I can detect magic as well. We can. Flora and I could be like magic detectors.
Yeah, we
Sounds good to
can
me.
go in opposite directions. Maybe how far can you detect magic, Bryce? What's your range approximately, do you think?
About 15 feet in any direction.
Rotate.
Oh, okay, I
Actually,
see. Yeah,
I
same
read that.
here.
My brain. It's 30 feet in any direction. Numbers are good.
Burp.
So I mean, that's, yes, it's a specific radius, right? So what are we looking for exactly? Because we can't do this an unlimited number of times.
Well, we should probably figure out maybe like, I don't know, periodically check like every 100 feet
Detect
as we
magic.
travel north and maybe in a zigzag. I mean, if we miss something, we can always try and catch those areas on the way back. But I mean, if there's something strange going on, we should be able to stumble at least into the general radius of it and figure it out from there.
Yeah.
So for you spellcasters, I'd say you just know it. If you are a
I
ritual
do know
caster,
it. Wahaha.
which I believe clerics and druids are ritual casters, you would be able to cast detect magic as a ritual, which does not consume a spell slot. However, it takes 10 minutes to cast the spell. So there's a lot of instead of
Oh.
like, if you really need to know something in a pinch, you can consume the spell slot. Or if you have time to prepare, you can just cast it, but it just takes 10 minutes of whatever methodology that you choose to convey. That takes 10 minutes to do it. Like Kit the other time, he cast his identify as a ritual spell, so that took X amount of time to be able to do it, but it didn't consume a spell slot to do so. And essentially, detect magic works in that same fashion as it is a ritual spell. And you can use it for, if you focus, you can concentrate up to 10 minutes, and basically 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off, if you want to just keep detect magic constantly going.
Okay.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like one of us does the ritual, and then as soon as the spell casts, the other one just kind of starts working on it. Like Cube just said, we can kind of almost keep it constant, tag in, basically.
Okay.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
I didn't realize that. Why aren't we
Isn't
always
it-
doing that?
Yeah.
No,
That's a great fun
that's
fact.
great. I didn't realize that. So thanks, Cubed.
So the question is, who's starting off with it?
Start.
I'm saying
Sit
who's
in the
starting?
back of the wagon.
Yeah, just who's starting off
Yeah.
with the detect
Detect
magic,
magic.
if that's what you're doing.
I'll start.
Ritual concentration. Yep.
Who wants me to place? Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
Should I
you
just
don't
place
have
it
to.
on myself.
Well, you can.
Hey,
I mean, you could place it.
it's placed.
But
for
then
now,
you could
I
just delete
realized.
it too.
Can I?
All right.
I don't
Don't need to
really
do a
know how
check
at
for
this
that.
point, but I believe you. Oh, well,
So
I've deleted myself.
you should be able to drag your token back on the board.
From where?
So in the actors folder, like where you see Flora, you could just drag and put yourself back on.
Thanks.
All right. Crap, I had the other scene lined up and I had to tab back to the other one. So you make your way out with Detect Magic. And that's within 30 feet. So eventually, after a good hour or two of, hitting the road, I'd probably say about, at least, I'd say like maybe a half an hour out is probably when you decide to start to detect magic stuff. Because you're not really in a hurry, so you're still relatively in view of town. And detect magic automatically does stuff, so with your detect magic, let me change the scene. Boop. To make sure this is still hidden. It is. Okay.
Here we are on the road again.
On the road again.
Yeah, where's Kit when we need a song?
I just did it. You're
Napping.
welcome.
No, you did. That was beautiful.
So with your detect magic, you are definitely 100%ly sure that you are starting to enter into a, well, let's see. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Definitely within 30 feet of you. You sense the magic in this way. You can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. So you're definitely just starting to, something is cropping up on your, 30-foot range.
Which direction? Can I sense it?
Directly in front of you.
This tree. There's something there. Aha, we've got it. Kaido, if you would be so kind. Or Vault. Do you mind searching in front of us here? I guess I'll hop down
Right.
and try to pinpoint it.
Yeah, it sounds
Down
about
the
like a Kit
wagon.
song.
I'm gonna move towards this tree because that's where I think it is, but what is my spidey sense saying?
Your spidey sense, I mean, do you investigate a little bit more? Because it says as an action, you can.
kind of thinking like that one time that guy was in that tree. That was not too long ago. So I'm looking up into the tree.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out if you were just keeping the detection as like radar ping, or if you're trying to see what auras are around and schools of magic, etc., etc., as per the spell's description.
I see. Yeah, I'm checking for an aura around something or someone.
Perfect. There is an aura that encompasses this tree and everything beyond this tree.
Everything beyond the tree?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Wow.
this whole forest is magic. It's all glowing. Price, why don't you turn your ticker on so you can see what I see? I mean, I guess you'll have to take 10 minutes to do that, but you got to get a load of this. I've never seen anything like it. Can I touch this tree?
Yeah, you can always try.
Laura's checking to see if it's real. She's gonna move back here and try to touch this bush. Is it real?
It rustles.
Are these
And-
magical plants?
Mm,
She's just
Uh,
wondering out loud.
I'm gonna turn
Let me
to
zoom in a little
Squirrel
bit.
Kit and ask him, "Hey, Kit, does this feel familiar, like what you had experienced back at your tree?"
He is not readily available at the moment
Fair enough.
on account of him still being hopped up on sugar. And Kaito last I recall, Kaito grabbed him to try and hold him in place.
All right.
And he is still very
He's
squirmy.
Still buzzing. All right, fair enough. So out of character, what do I need to do again? To see if I sense any Sylvan entities, any Fae.
Let's see here. Phelost. Was it was perhaps you kidnapped the Phelost clutches under manner of disappearance. Let's see. I'm reading up on the Phelost thing. I returned home, came back.
Oops.
That's a lot of
Oh.
changeling instincts.
I clicked it twice. Not sure why that happened that much.
Nope, doesn't detect anything.
Oh yeah, it would be Feywild Connection, I think, right? I don't know why it's loading twice for a single time clicking it.
Continuing down the description of the stuff you get.
That's not really it.
As it is a Feywild. See you as one of their own.
I'm just opening this up, but not actually using ability.
So the Feywild connection, basically, it doesn't let you detect Fey, it just makes them more friendly towards you.
Okay.
Your mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognized by natives of the Feywild, who see you as one of their own. Because of this, friendly Fey creatures friendly Fey creatures are inclined to come to your aid if you are lost or need help in the Feywild.
Oh, Flora's jealous.
Yeah, that will not help us here. But it seems like even the Fae that are in our realm here are still friendly toward me, from what we experienced with the little Fae bushes, right?
Assuming they're Fey.
We're trying to cover multiple avenues. I'll call out, be like, "Hello, hello," and see if we hear anything back. Fae friends.
There is no response.
Okay. And I'll look at Flora and Bryce. We're like, "Well, that didn't work or help, but it was worth a try."
I think this bush rustled.
I mean, because you
Well, do you...
touched it and jostled it.
Oh. I thought you meant of its own accord.
Nope, because you were checking it to see if it was real or not. So you grabbed it and just kind of like rustled it around.
Laura's gonna shake it really hard. And I think this
You-
bush is
You
rustling.
shake the bush. You're like, "I think something is in this bush.
Something's in
It's
there.
moving on its own." Oh, I did not know that centaurs were a type of Fae creature.
I don't know if anybody would unless you told them or somebody had to actively do a check on that.
Kaito,
They
maybe
would
that's
just
why you
know
wanted to
Kaito
watch
as
the film.
Kaito.
Yeah.
You are not defined by your race. You're defined by your character.
You're here. And if that's what Kaito was saying, I'll turn and be like, "Well, I'm trying it that way only because it seemed to work on the Fae bushes that we ran into a while back. So figure I'd try it again."
Meow.
Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. I've never
This is
seen.
maybe a
Yeah.
stretch, but my class feat as being druidic says you can speak the language and use it to leave hidden messages. You and others who know this language automatically spot such a message. Others spot the message's presence with a successful DC Wisdom perception check. I guess, can I look around to see if I notice any sort of these potential messages? Or if there is anything such around?
You can always try.
All right. So just perception, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do guidance. Actually, guidance is concentration, and we're trying to do the detect magic, so I'm not going to do guidance.
Well,
I'll just
yeah.
roll normal.
Ooh. Okay.
You can unequivocally confirm that there are no such signs or warnings or rewards.
All right.
Okay, good thinking.
Don't want any
Oh.
evil druids around here.
So rest assured,
than
you are
me.
confident. There is no doubt whatsoever.
All righty.
I'll look around at everybody and begin to gesture and suggest, should we make kind of an extended train walking through to see if we see anything funny, but still keep at least the person ahead and behind us in view to at least maybe spread out a little bit without splitting the party? You guys want to try it?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's
Okay.
go.
So I propose, yeah, Flora, lead the way, and then Val, do you want to follow after her? And then maybe Price, you can kind of take up the wing on the other end. So that way the two of you with
Okay.
detect magic can be on either side and cover a little bit more room.
So, Flora, you are completely surrounded by magic. As per your detect magic.
This is wild.
Val, you may want to try and catch up with her, and then as she moves further out, I will follow you. Or I can follow Flora if you want.
Come on over. Has anyone ever heard of a magic tree, a magic forest? Anything that would explain why this entire is the grass lighting up? Cute.
Everything's enshrouded by it.
I mean, it's
The grass, the
just
trees, the
everywhere.
stones, the very air you walk, that you breathe.
Would a 14 remind me of anything I might have read about or learned in my history of things?
Magic is everywhere.
Well, I
It's
will say that.
it's
Be like,
within
well,
all of
magic is
us.
everywhere, so it's not too surprising.
Yeah,
but
it
it
sure
apparently is pretty thick around here.
No, Flora's never. I don't think Flora's ever been anywhere where it's been. Is this? I never tested it, but when we get back, I'm gonna detect magic on that food table because I imagine that whole room lights up just like this. I wonder if this is somehow linked to our. I don't know, our Fae friends
That could
on the
be.
other side.
That very well could be. I mean, it makes
Friends,
sense.
I said, very good friends. She'll kind of talk loudly out into this open field.
Do I perceive anything as we're walking through? Like the potential presence of any sentient creatures or
Nope.
stuff moving around?
There's just animals that, as you approach, scatter. Wildlife. I mean, just another spot in the forest, really.
Well, if all seems well, I'll kind of call out to our group and say, I wonder if what we should be looking for is possibly any gaps in this magic. So as we look around, if you sense the magic ending or a lack of it, Price, Flora, will you let us know? Because that might be where we need to investigate.
Oh, oh no. Sure. We can move forward and maybe search around the other side of this pond.
Sounds good to me.
Or I don't know, Kaido, you tell me. I guess I don't know as much about it as I thought. Does Flora know if all magic has a source? Like for me, my source would be the gods. So how does one define, the center of a god?
Oh.
I mean, you guys, you snooze, you lose. Get up here, losers. I go check over here. Check behind this tree.
Boop.
Oh, the game
Nope.
paused. That can't be good.
We ran pretty far ahead.
Yes,
Well,
you
never
I'm
a
did.
good
looking
idea.
for the center of magic, okay?
Well, you
Tall order.
definitely found something.
You did it now.
Right there. There's a almost, like you do have detect magic, but it's almost like this blinked into existence. Another more potent, actually much more potent aura of magic appears.
Uh-oh.
Over here. And you might want to hurry.
What'd you find?
You remember when I set that fire in the library? Something like that, probably.
Oh,
I was trying to move it. My mouse.
Just trying to encourage XP.
see. Well, I definitely can't see anything from behind this tree.
Hey, take one step to the right, maybe.
There we go.
Yeah, Flora will. Do you want an investigation check or a perception or something else?
3.
Arcana. I equally sucky at that.
Well, whichever.
There's
I
something
mean,
here.
right now, you're the only one that is able to detect whatever's going on.
Do
A 14
I
perception.
see
So
anything that looks
you
familiar?
saw with your via the special vision or detections, not visions, detection. Via that particular ability, you notice that a bit of the area, like the ambient magic in the area, as you've been in it and encompassed by it, it's pretty steady. But then once you started moving in this direction, it was just like suddenly this ripple effect happened, almost like a microwaves or something. Like the little woozy lines.
Microwave. Just kidding. Keep going.
And then it becomes a whirlpool.
This looks like a magic whirlpool. Maybe it's
And
a portal. Should we jump in?
I mean,
Maybe you could tie a rope on me.
I'm down.
are you sure you want to do this?
Let's let the others look at it first. Maybe Vald, being a magic user, will have a little more input. Vald, get your
Okay.
ass up here and look at this whirlpool.
That nobody could see but you.
Oh, can you see anything? Can you see it? Don't go any further.
I don't know. Do I have to perceive or investigate?
Either one, different results. 1, 2, 3. That was a third person's action. I'm gonna need to put a
Okay.
measure tool. That's 5, 10, 15, 20.
So I don't see anything, do I?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Flora
Val,
is
do you look
gonna.
like you're in the
I
same
don't see a
tree?
whirlpool you're talking about.
That's
Why won't it let me
interesting.
place a
Interesting
it-
indeed.
line?
Flora's gonna
Oh,
take her miner's pick and throw it in the center of what she thinks is the center of that whirlpool.
get this to be the right size. Why won't you size properly? Ah. Boop. And you're throwing a pick at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my miner's pick and yeah.
All right, so you yeet it, flies through the air,
Yeet
and just
it.
lands in the ground.
Nothing happens to it.
Nothing.
Talia, tie a rope around me.
And Price, you notice that same thing.
So you said it
See, would you see that?
did it disappear?
Nope, still there.
Or it just fell on the ground?
It's on the ground. Tie rope
So-
around me. You have rope?
So
I do.
Price, you observe a very similar whirlpool. Like you just walked up to it. Yep, because you saw the edge of that one. And you saw the edge of something, another one starting to form, over there to your right side there. But this is all via detect magic. So I'd say maybe like a radar ping in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Price will kind of call out, "Hey, there's some over here too."
Ooh, another one? Talia, let's go walk into that one. Okay. Tie rope to me. Tie me up, Talia.
I will I'll bring out a rope and tie you into a little almost harness.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'm gonna say, but careful, be like Kaido said, it's probably not a good idea to just jump in. So walk toward it slowly, and if you can't see us all of a sudden, or if anything starts to change, walk back to us, okay? Or I will pull
Sure.
you back. Oh, and
I
Kaido,
promise.
tug on
I
the
will
rope.
never die.
I'm gonna hand Kaido the end of the
I'm
rope,
just gonna
and I
prepare
will
these
be
damage dice.
like kind of an additional pulling point, just to
2,
be additional support.
4, 5, 6.
But
Tug on the
Kaido's-
rope if you want to be yanked out.
Okay.
So
Flora's gonna step up slowly
there we go.
Mm-hmm.
and walk into the edge of the whirlpool.
All right. I was just making sure you wanted to confirm that this is the decision that you wanted to make. As
When you ask it like that, it makes it really hard to say yes, but I talked about it quite a bit. So
Yes, you did. So
I'm going
you
in,
step
just a
into
little.
it. This
I had to dip my toe
whirlpool of magic and arcane energy that is not visible to the naked eye, you have chosen to step into.
I dip a toe in.
Yeah, about that.
Nothing happened to the mining pick.
Nope.
But it wasn't living either.
So the second you
I'll
dip your
see
little
you
toe
guys
in,
with my next character.
the second you dip your toe in, you feel just this shock run through your system.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Floor tugs on the rope if she can.
And you don't disappear, but it's like sticking your toe into a dishwasher at full speed. You almost feel like your toes is going to get ripped right off. You
So-
take, unfortunately, 25 points of damage.
Hey, wait, before that happens,
Mm-hmm.
can I use my rabbit hop to get out of it?
Well, this is as soon as you touch it.
All right. Can I take damage and still hop out of it though?
Yeah, you could jump away. is just
Well, and if she tugs,
just coming
as
into
she does
contact
that,
with it.
we'll also yank
It's
her
like
out.
getting electrocuted.
Because I had a really high perception skill check, so I'm like ready on the mark to yank her out.
Yeah, we're just gonna boop, pop out. Don't step in there. Don't go near that. Mark it somehow. It really hurt. Should I take that off of my? Is that 35 off of my health?
25. Yep.
Or 25 off?
Laura, are you okay?
Oh no, that will hurt you. Don't go near that.
And
It's-
there's no
um,
visible scarring either. It's not like a scorch mark or a burn mark or anything.
but it most certainly will kill you. What is going on? I can't say, but that's a dangerous area. So
Well, good thing you guys have your detect magic available because yeah, we should
we would
maybe
not want to walk into
go
one
back
of
to
these.
town and grab some little flags or something we can mark these areas so people don't want
Well, we
to
can throw a goblin in, see what really happens.
1, 2.
Or we could not throw a goblin in there and we could flag it instead.
I mean, sure, we can flag it.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'll take my
And I
little room
rolled
partner
3,
off,
so
even
there
though I
should be
thought
a
it
third
looked pretty cool.
anomaly.
Okay, well, do we have any? I'm never gonna get that mining pick back, am I? Just remove that from my inventory.
Man, I really wish I had a way of seeing where these things were.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to sprinkle something on the ground, like a circle around it, but I don't really have anything.
Is there any way
do
that
that
is
with.
there a ritual that you could use to like draw magic to help drain it?
I don't have anything like that. Vald, can you create
2,
runes or anything like that, or some sort of?
Don't think I can.
All tool.
I mean, create illusions.
Yeah, I'm wondering too.
By the way, that third marker you also see via detect. Oh, you have to make a concentration.
Oh.
Or you could just take another 10 minutes and recast it, but Price definitely would be able to see without having to make concentration because he didn't take damage.
Woo! Natty 20. No,
Your
it wasn't.
Heron
No.
gun.
But it was 20.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well, it says 17 when I click on it.
17 plus 3 because you had a modifier.
Yeah, you
Why is it green then?
because you passed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it gets confusing like between what's a crit or like what's a nat 20 and what's just a, like
Yeah.
yes.
So you managed to maintain concentration, and you see a third one of these things forming essentially to the south of you. They don't seem like they're moving. They don't seem like they're traveling anywhere.
they
They're just
are
kind of coming
forming.
into existence.
I think you should carefully follow me, and we should get back out of these woods because more of these are popping up. So unless you want to get sucked into oblivion, that's what she said. Let's head out. Let's head out of these woods. Quickly now. Not all at once.
And
Or
as you're
I'm gonna
departing,
be really careful to maybe not like run into another one that might be.
there's a fourth,
Hell yeah!
but slightly different.
I'm gonna need you to step away from Whirlpool behind Kaito. Yeah, there you go.
All right, you're out of range of it.
I wouldn't be able to see it.
Oh no, Price wouldn't see that one then.
I think we need to go back to the wagon, make a
Oh, there
game
you are.
plan.
Flora, I was about to be like, where'd you go, Flora? Your
I think
marker
we need
disappeared for a
to
second.
go. Quickly now.
Yep, we should let Luana know and bring out a team of people to search for more of these and to mark them. And then to check on them frequently to see if more keep appearing.
I agree.
All right, let's head on back.
This is quickly becoming dangerous in there, Kaito.
And Price, you saw that
Price.
one disappear.
Oh,
Wait a second.
Bryce, you tell us about it?
Yeah. It's like everyone's
W-
running away.
Am
I'll be
I
like, wait,
making
you
the
said it's
portals?
disappearing?
Is it? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
I'm gonna holler over at Flora, be like, Flora, come see if it reacts to you. But Price says this one disappeared. Do you see it still?
She'll hippity hop back over here. Do I see it?
Nope.
Huh? No.
But you
Yeah,
see
it
that one.
disappeared. Yeah, this one was here a moment ago as well.
Not for long. Because you
Wait.
kind of realize that the magic in this one has grown significantly weaker.
Weird. Kind of like little.
Well, wait,
pops
maybe I
and
can get my
bubbles.
pick back.
Careful, Flora.
I know. I don't want to go too close. Also, you can't see them. So you be
I know.
careful.
I know. I'm just gonna stay here because I can't see them, and I know there's some over there.
I'm gonna
Uh,
peek back through this tree line.
I
Is
think
this
that
one
one
still
just
going?
disappeared too.
Is this one back here still doing stuff?
It is, but you can kind of sense the auras slowly draining.
Laura's gonna scooch up and get ready to jump in and grab her pick.
How's it looking,
What's
Flora?
I think it's
what's
fading.
this doing?
That's just a marker for me. But you'll see it shortly.
Oh boy.
It
Hey,
it
guys,
won't
I will
it won't be
I'll be
it won't
right
be a
back.
mystery too long.
I know it's not evident, but I'm actually feeling really terrible, and I think I'd like to heal myself, but I don't want to. I don't want to stop detecting magic, so I'd like to
You can do
wait out.
both.
You can still
You
cast
can?
spells as long as it's not double concentration.
Oh, that's right. You've told me that before.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check, just on a whim, and see if I can pull anything from that. Here we go.
With a natural 20 plus 0. I mean, you want to throw some guidance in there just cuz?
Well, guidance is concentration, and I'm doing detect magic, so
That's fine. So, on a natural 20, i.e. a 20, with your detect magic up and seeing what's going on, you get the feeling that these very potent, very seemingly unstable areas, zones of arcane seem to be getting drained somewhere. And I'll say with the natural 20, they're kind of forming around where this circle is.
Can Flora cast heal on herself?
So you just click the heal button.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was okay before I.
uh, so it looks like all these things are getting maybe drained and pulled in over to here to something.
That doesn't seem good.
Yeah, maybe this isn't the source that Kanakaito was referring to, but a possible destination. Probably not good.
Do we
Okay,
want
I'm
to
back.
stick around to find out what happens when it all pulls together?
Well,
I mean, sure.
I think part of me feels like that's why we're here. The other part of me doesn't want anything to do with it.
Nice.
And the other part of me wants a muffin.
Maybe we should go hide in the bush and watch. Then we can see
I
what,
mean,
if
if we're
anything
if this
crazy
is what we're
pops
here
out.
for, and we got to figure it out,
Gonna lock that
we should,
camera angle for
probably
you.
observe
Well,
You
and
gotta do
Yeah.
something.
Oh, I think observing is a great idea, but maybe we should do it from some bushes.
You think bushes are gonna stop at this?
No, but if something appears, we'll get the drop on it.
I mean, like Price said, I feel like
Surprise it.
we're kind of out here to investigate. So if you guys tell us that we're safe from more of those magic whirlpools that were here, like they've disappeared, I mean, I'm down to stay out here.
That one's still trying to eat my pick back behind the bush. But
It was like they showed up. I don't know why they showed up, but then it's almost like they just kind of drained away.
You didn't see anything interact with them before they drained?
just me?
It's more just a Harengon and
You think it
it's
stole my
like
toe energy?
they're like light. It's just like an aura.
Stole my toe energy.
So there's like a brightness, and then it starts to just get dimmer and dimmer until it just goes away.
So he's gonna appear here. Okay. Had to move
And
something on the
it doesn't
GM
seem to be
layer.
affecting any of the forest, right? The trees don't seem to be affected, correct?
Nope.
Very strange indeed.
Because I would think if it was taken from your life force, then I mean any other living item probably has life force too. That it
Well,
would take.
it
So
might be instead of life force, might be based off of magic. Hey, this might be a bad idea, Vald. Why don't you fire off one of those Eldritch blasts?
should everybody back up?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see this. I will get to max range. Okay.
I'm
Everybody
gonna
back to
do
the
this
cart.
from the other side of the world, 10 miles
you
that
going?
way.
Going back to the cart.
Okay.
He suggests back to the cart, going back to the cart. To our wagon.
So I will say, if you go that far, you would lose a line of sight because there are trees in between the cart and that point.
Okay. Well then
So
I
maybe
will to
from
the
there.
edge of the clearing here. That's a good 85 feet. Okay.
All right, and what are you
You
shooting
ready?
at?
I'm shooting at the center of the ring or where they told
Would you
me.
like a countdown,
Sure.
Price? Give
You
us
want
a
me to count?
countdown. Give us an epic countdown.
Okay. You asked for it.
So long as it isn't his final countdown. But
100. 99. 98. I'm kidding. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, that's a fun looking blast.
Mm-hmm. It definitely lands in that spot. There's no collision though.
No explosions.
Nope.
So I guess it doesn't seem to appear to have interacted with magic.
Price, can you dispel magic by any chance?
I have an idea.
I can't today.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna freak
And
the
we got
fuck out.
there.
I just know it when I move this from the GM layer.
I'm going to cast an illusion of myself walking into the circle. Wait, yeah.
So you cast an image of yourself walking into the circle.
Yeah. So like outside and then walking into the circle.
And your image immediately vanishes. Feel free to give me an arcana. There's a creature right there, and it's on the GM layer. Yeah, no. You were too busy thinking about how tall you've grown.
Wow. Get your head in the
He's
game.
Sees the illusion of himself. He's like, man, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
And at that point,
Oops, I think I did something and I can't. There's a circle on me and I can't. Thank you.
fixed. So, after you cast the illusion and it just kind of vanished, and you were just like, man, I was so used to casting that when I was like a small creature. Now I'm big. It's kind of like, oh, hi, look at that. Select token, please. Thank you. Camera controls locked in. All right, make sure I have camera control here. Let me pull this from the GM layer. As you do that, all you can see is what seems like a giant eyeball just kind of floating there. And
From where the circle was.
yep. And then another eyeball, and another, and another, and another.
Can we all see these
Another.
eyeballs?
Let's see. Yeah, because you're all looking that general direction. And
I'll
then,
be like,
Does
Val,
Tora know
you
what
might,
those are?
you
and
might want to
then
walk away.
a toothy maw. Oh no, the game is paused. You have activated my trap card. And I pull this from the GM layer for you.
Just I feel like I know what to be. Although I think many of us probably know what this is.
Yeah. That's not good. But that makes, if that's been floating around in the area, it makes sense why there's been some issues.
And making sure I'm
The
trying to get
beholder,
the
right?
artwork.
I guess I
Alright.
would need to, would it be history or arcana to identify it?
For a creature like this, nature. Kind of know what it is. I can't spell apparently. There it is.
I'm gonna say confidently, be like, guys, that's an eyeball monster.
That's Price's second nat 20 in a row. Okay, so let's see
Don't
who
love
got what.
it.
Okay. Yeah, Price, that's definitely a
Need to
beholder.
see.
One of the most terrifying creatures as described in many a book. Actually, many a story. I don't know if Price was really a library or a book learning type. Many a tale has been told of beholders. None of them have been good. They are typically extremely powerful. They have an array of attacks that they can utilize in a single action. And they're, as they're called, eye beams or eye rays, as some people might describe them. each eye typically has a completely different function. Some can charm you, some can paralyze, some can fear, some can slow, some can throw things at you, some can put you to sleep, some can petrify you, some can disintegrate you, some can just kill you. Or just do a lot of damage and try and kill you. But the thing that is mostly terrifying about them is that they have a innate ability tied into their large eye that negates any and all magic in a cone of where it's looking. And they're typically extremely territorial, extremely aggressive, and overall bad news.
What in the world is that thing doing out here?
Yeah, why is that here? That's a beholder, by the way.
A beholder.
Oh, yeah. Don't look at its big eye.
What? That's the only one.
Oh, no, no. It's got a bunch.
Yeah, those tentacle things all have eyes on it, don't they?
Yep.
It's gonna be extremely difficult not to look at that eye.
Why don't you
Look
just
at
do
it.
like I do with predators? You look
150 foot.
above or below it. Just look to the side of it, and then you'll be able to not look directly at it. But if you try to
So,
avoid looking at it altogether, you're going to look right at it.
so Price, you know whether you're looking at it or not, that cone is still going to affect you on the nat 20.
Okay. So I would definitely relay that.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna affect everybody. So anybody who has any magical inclination, you immediately feel like your connection to arcane and magic is just severed, suppressed. Almost like somebody, of your ability to cast spells, it's like somebody put a lid on the pot that you dip your finger into to be able to basically cast anything.
Do we feel like we can cast any spells?
No, you feel like you can't cast anything. Suppression, in a sense.
Looks like we're doing this old school. Unless you want to run. Anyone?
And
I mean,
the
that
first thing it
might be the
notices,
better idea, but we don't want to take it back to town with us.
the first thing it notices is Vold, who is standing 30 feet away. And it has this big toothy just mouth. And it when it appeared, it looked like it was smiling. Then it looks to Vold and just kind of like frowning. What does Vold do in that moment?
I would start to back up, but not turning my back.
It's just
like,
watching you.
I'll maybe back very slowly. Talia, you're good at talking to things. Maybe.
I mean, I can certainly try.
And
But
it turns around. It turns away from you, but it has like two of the eye stalks still like staring at you.
When it
I mean,
turns away, do we feel like we can connect with magic again?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely very aware of you.
Should we maybe tactically retreat? See if it even wants to follow us?
I mean, that
It-
might be a
it
good
rolled.
idea. Oh, did it just... Okay, it's not coming toward us, right? Let's slowly back away. Keep an eye out for it, but don't Don't make
Keep
eye
an
contact
eye
with it.
out for it.
And this may be the thing we're supposed to deal with, but we should go report back to Luana before doing anything about it.
This is something she should probably help with.
Yeah.
Do you know if it
Buh.
has magical sight?
Buh.
I
This is
don't-
like floating around and inspecting bushes and stuff. Clearly displeased.
In every life, a little rain must fall.
Is there a way we can maybe send a message and still keep an eye on it? And I don't mean that as a pun. Because it showed up while we were here. There's a good chance that it might disappear while we're gone.
That's true.
I can send a message.
Do you have it prepared though?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I think Kaito was asking a question.
And I was saying, I think it could be, but we should probably go check. It could be what we are supposed to deal with in answer to Kaito's question. But we should go check with Luana first, as long as this thing isn't following us back to town. But Flora, you said you could send her a message?
Yes, I can send her a short message. But
Okay,
we would
say
need to decide.
folder directly north of town.
Is
Is
that
that
where we
true?
are? We're directly north.
We are. And then we can stay within the area. Kaito, like you said, we should probably keep an eye out to make sure it doesn't just sneak into town. But I don't know that we should get close to it. So, but we're close enough that she should be able to get to us pretty quickly.
Okay.
Like, can you put even like at the end, assistance requested, send backup, something like that, along with it.
Yeah,
Or
let
urgent.
me
Buh.
let me do a quick little.
And just as you're about to cast that, it looks at you. It looks in your direction. Where am I?
Oh,
Why
it's
am I here?
Kalia.
It speaks.
Of course it speaks. Ah.
I will look kind of in its direction, but not directly in the eye. Be like, I apologize, sir. I have not dealt with anybody of your kind before, and I did not know. No offense intended.
Feathered words. Where am I?
You okay? Out of character. What is the name of like our overall realm? It's not Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. But like, what is the name of our like planet or region?
Cartharos.
Generally, it's the material plane.
But yeah,
Oh, material plane. Okay, no, that's perfect. So, okay. I'll be like, well, you have joined us on the material plane. Beyond that, you are in the lands near our town. I'm not sure how you got here, though. Maybe you can
neither
us
am
what happened?
I.
there.
One minute I was enjoying a hot spring, and next minute I'm here. Why am I here? Why have you summoned me? And it's kind of like drools a little bit.
Well, we did not intentionally summon you, but there were some explosions of magical energy in the area. Whirlpools, it seemed. And when they disappeared, one was left. And one of our members sent an illusion into it, possibly maybe creating a connection from our realm to yours.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Well, we didn't know that at the time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, if you, I'm not sure about a spring directly, but If you prefer a warmer environment, there is a lava pool not too far from here,
Hmm.
but
Where?
I don't. Let's see. So, add a character that was what, north and east of here.
Ooh, where's not good with directions?
Yeah.
I rode in the wagon. I was asleep half
Well,
the time.
all the time. I'll be like, from here, I believe it would be east and north.
And
There's a
no,
cave
your answer wasn't good enough. As
there.
one of the eye stalks looks to Kaito.
Kaito had said, a forest, and not sure why. That is actually a very factual answer. Very true, Kaito.
Buh.
Okay. Well, I am sorry that your activities were interrupted. Um, if you don't mean us any harm, and you would simply like to go back to relaxing, we could show you to where that lava pool is, or at least point you in the general direction.
Fine, that works. Buh.
I will.
He just
I will
seems
point.
visibly displeased at his
Yeah.
current predicament.
He sounds like a Minecraft zombie. I really like it.
Buh.
I'll point in the direction from where it seems we are versus to where I remember the cave to be. So I'm guessing it'll be like I'll be pointing off in this direction. Be like, if you travel, okay, out of character, I'm just gonna kind of make some stuff up because I'm not thinking super clearly. I just don't want to be eaten, attacked, slash, I don't know, possessed by whatever this creature is, because I don't really know much about beholders. But I'm just thinking politeness and diplomacy are generally the best, no matter what kind of creature you work with. So it helped me very well in the Feywild, and so I'm going to continue to employ it here. So I'll point in that general direction, be like, head east maybe an hour or two, or by the rate of our wagons. I'm not sure how fast you can travel. And north a little bit more, and there should be a cave. If you enter the cave, you should be able to head to the right and down, and you will hopefully encounter that lava pool that we saw.
Good.
I hope your day
Buh.
gets better.
Buh.
If we
And
have more
what question
information,
do you have? Or did you retract that question? I saw what you said there, Kaito.
Mhm.
Because you can still ask that question. The thing is still here.
Well, then, before it leaves, I'll just let it know if we do learn of anything more as to how you got here and how you might be able to get back to your preferred location. Is it okay if we come find you at that cave?
Depends if it's worth my time or not.
Well, is it worth your time to potentially get back to your own realm? I'll give it a little bit of snark with that answer, like, would you like to work with us? Or are you going to be a jerk?
It's just like just there's just such a just a general malaise of disapproval.
Bryce is gonna whisper over to Kalia. Hey, Kalia.
Mhm.
Are we sending this beholder to the cave that we're supposed to go back and get ore from?
I'm going to whisper back to him and be like, well, I figure keeping it happy is better than it wandering around and potentially getting angry this close to town. At least we'll know where to look for it.
Yeah. A potential flaw of beholders is they're really territorial.
Oh,
So it might start to think that the cave is its home.
well, that would have been
And
very helpful to have known in the middle of maybe me telling me hit that. maybe my directions will be far enough off it won't find it. Good to know.
It
Thank
just
you,
kind of
Bryce.
dawned on me. It just kind of dawned on me that might not be the best place to send it.
Well,
It would kind of be like saying, "Hey, there's a temple up north, and they're all really friendly."
I'm gonna slap my hand over your mouth, be like, maybe we shouldn't share additional information if information is a bad idea, Bryce. I take your point, though. Your meaning is very clear. Thank you, friends. I'm gonna take my hand off, and we're not gonna share anything more, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'll turn back to somewhat facing the beholder, be like, where, what is the name of where you came from, so that we can maybe find some information to get you back there.
I doubt you can find it. Good luck. I called it, and I coined this phrase because it's original. Gary's Cave, because it's mine.
Ah, thank
Is your
you.
name
So
Gary?
you must be Gary.
How remarkably astute.
We do what we can with our soft, squishy brains, Gary.
Yes, I am a Gary. Buh. It just kind of floats around a little bit.
Well, Gary, just out of curiosity, what are some of your other preferences? Do you require food or snacks?
I
do you-
require adventurers to stop knocking on my damn door and asking me stupid questions and interrupting my baths and interrupting my hot springs. Damn it, I just wanted a vacation. But no. Adventurers are always knocking. He's just floating around as he's just kind of working himself up. No. They always have to come to my damn cave. Always to Gary's cave. Gary, you want something? No, I have everything I want. Gary, what are you doing down here? I live in this cave. It's mine. Oh my. Buh.
So, I agree. Kaito asked a very good question. So we take you did not create a portal since you were in the middle of vacation in your house. Do you know of any particular adventurers or cultists that are commonly ones to make portals near where you live?
Don't know. They don't tell me, and I don't care. Clearly, someone's playing a trick on me, and I'm gonna turn them into a pile of ash when I find them. Buh.
Well, Gary, yeah, uh, I agree, Kaito. That was very rude to have affected your vacation, and we all understand. We would probably want to turn them to ash too, because it sounds
How-
like you deserve a vacation.
You're
Out
damn
of
right I deserve
curiosity,
one.
how would you go about turning them into ash?
It points a singular eye stalk at you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're really curious, I could just,
I mean, thank you, but we don't need a direct example made. But thank you for the information. And I'm gonna look back at Val and like my eyes will go big, be like,
so growing.
that is true. He is still growing. So he doesn't need to necessarily experience it. Well, Gary, would it be more convenient for you to relax in this beautiful pool here in the forest, and we can go gather more information to maybe come back and help you get back to your vacation? Would that work for you a little better than being forced to travel so far into an only vague directional area? I'd hate to put you out further.
I don't like the outside. Birds chirping, animals being happy. Ugh. If I had a table, I would be flipping it right now. This is awful.
I see. Well, you know what? We may
You
have
know
a
what?
good.
You know what? And he goes over here, and he points an I-beam at a tree, and he just lights it up, and he carves out what looks like a table, and then he uses another eye stalk to hover it in front of him, and then he flips it with a telekinetic eye stalk. That's how displeased I am with this shit.
Will the DM permit me to use calm emotions on him even though he's not humanoid?
Are you even in range?
No. Yes? 60 feet?
And technically no, because anti-magic cone.
Oh
Well, but
yeah.
could she cast it from like beside him, maybe?
It might not be a great idea anyway. Never know. If it fails, it might piss him off.
Yeah, stick your toe in the portal. That's fine. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong indeed?
Well, Gary, I have an idea. In an effort to get you back to your vacation as quickly as possible, um, would you be willing to remain here? Kaito would be more than happy to help to scare off the birds, to give you some peace and quiet. And maybe we can get back to you very quickly on something to assist.
So, Gary, question.
What? Why
Who-
these
who would you-
questions? You're so terrible. Why are
who would you
adventures always asking me?
normally-
He flips the table again.
Who would you normally file a grievance to in this like situation?
I wouldn't. I just turn them into ash, or I yell at
Well-
them, or and be an asshole until they leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I was going to offer if there is some entity you can file a grievance to, we would be happy to file it on your behalf so you could get back to your vacation.
I hate
You don't have to worry
paperwork.
about it. That's why we would do it for you.
I'll
Then
chime
do
in
it. I don't
here.
care. But
All right. We're happy to assist in any paperwork filing so that you aren't bothered with it. Well, we will be back as quickly as we can with some more information for you. And hopefully maybe another solution until we can get you back to your preferred cave in your own area. So you can brightly restart your vacation.
well, then hurry up. Chop chop. And like two of the eye stalks kind of smack each other, like doing the hand, like the chop
They
chop motion.
high-fived? I thought they high-fived. Sorry.
I'll be
Very
here
good.
hating my existence until you get back. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Ugh.
Will do.
And he flips the
at
table a
that,
third time.
I'm gonna we'll have my arms out and kind of like gesture to everybody, like herding them back to the wagon, and be like, "Well, you heard Gary. Let's get back real quick so that we can get Gary back on his vacation." And I'll be like gesturing, and be like, "Okay, guys, come on, let's get back to town real quick."
This is
Ugh.
crazy.
I had to deal with. At least I don't have to deal with that freaking old man. Ugh. Buh.
Old man. I don't think I
Yeah,
heard
would-
that.
Would Val have maybe heard that on his way out?
He wasn't hiding
Oh,
it.
hiding
He
Okay,
does
so-
not care to hide anything he says.
So
Like,
okay,
imagine-
well, I guess
Imagine the most grumpy person that you've ever met having the worst day, and they just
Mhm.
really don't care. They're just like, buh.
maybe we need to introduce him to our Birdman resident. So Kaito, I guess maybe okay, so since Kaito's not in verbal ability right now, Kaito had asked, "Wait, what freaky old man?" Would Gary answer?
He's an asshole. Hurry up. Chop chop.
Hey, imagine if we had him on our side and we could put him somewhere where he could guard something,
I mean,
but just make him think that it's a great place to chill, to live.
which could potentially work with the lava pool, but we'd have to also somehow arrange so that he didn't also guard it from us. Oh, and Kaido had said to Gary, "There's a lot of those. Need him smashed?"
You can try to smash him as many times as you want. That old man doesn't die.
So I'm noticing
And he's a pain
Kaido's
in my
not back.
ass.
So I'm gonna wander back and be like, "Kaido, what's up?" So, and I'm sure you'll fill me in. Uh, well, could you tell us more about this old guy who this jerk should be smashed?
Nope.
I'll look at Kalia, be like, or Kaido, be like, sorry. Put my hands up. I just came back to see where you were.
You ain't killing that old man. Trust me, many have tried. Well, those who are jerks, even more jerks than him. Ugh, bleh. Hurry up, go. And you see like an eye beam point to like the pool of water over here, and it starts to slowly heat up and boil. And he starts to submerge himself in it.
Out of character, in an effort to not effectively talk over Kaito, I would suggest Gary read the chat.
How do you smash somebody without killing them? Your squishy bits seem to stop working once they're smashed.
I'll turn. Actually, Kaito, that's a great idea. Because maybe smashing him will at least get him to leave Gary alone. Well, you can. I'll like gently smack Kaito on the shoulder.
Oh,
As Kaito's discussing different types of smashing. I'll turn to Kaido as we're walking away, be like, that actually could be a very creative solution if the old man is pretty grumpy. But I vote not me.
2, 3, not it.
Yeah.
Not it. Wouldn't Flora want to know all about the birthing of?
I don't want to partake
Angry old
in the
man.
process, but I'll be there for his lady friend, whoever he or he may end up being.
And
Well, just she, I think.
yeah. Well, in reply to Kaito's, "Oh, you were giving those eyes earlier" comment, you're like, well, to someone I know, not to some angry old man who is apparently a big jerk. That's not attractive.
Hey guys, scurry back to town real quick.
Yep.
Well, it's only an
Well,
hour
Kaito?
away, so it's about a little over 30 minutes.
You need to scurry back and talk to Luana. And we may run into the reinforcements we called for earlier.
I don't think we called them.
Oh, did we end up not?
Couldn't get the spell off, right?
Yeah,
Oh, right, because of the cone.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I wanted
I
to.
remember now.
It popped in my head later, and I just didn't do it. But it's just like I was gonna be like, "Hey, what's that over there?" Have it turn around, just have us all be able to cast something real quick.
So since we would have come from the north end of town, I'm just gonna pretend that we came from that area, and I'll run up to the window and rap on it very like quickly, like tap 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 tap, tap, and just give this like kind of wide-eyed look through the window, like emergency.
So Luana just points to the drider. It skitters over and opens the window. What? Yes.
So
Yes.
there is a beholder north of town who apparently got portaled into our forest unwillingly and is frustrated, but so far not trying to kill anybody. Have you dealt with beholders before? Anyone familiar maybe with by the name Gary the Beholder from Gary's Cave, but cannot tell us anything about said cave? We might need some more advanced help for this one.
Luana just like puts the ink and quill down very calmly and puts her fingers to her temples and then stands up.
And I'm like probably breathing really hard from like running from the wagon as we got into town. Like not quite panicking, but not in super calm state.
A beholder, you say?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Just north of town, about an hour.
Just what we need in our lovely little piece of land. I'm gonna have to have a talk with the mayor about our pay scale here.
Do you know where beholders generally are from? Is it near here or are they farther away?
Anywhere and everywhere. You'll find them in any dark crevice that you can possibly imagine. And you say we have one right on our doorstep. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
I mean, at least he doesn't seem violent, or at least not yet.
You know how much paperwork I have to do now?
I mean, we did offer to help with any necessary paperwork if we can to help smooth things over. But
He
I don't
points
know
to
what
a
we'd be
stack of
filling in.
papers like almost a foot tall. Oh, really?
I mean, if it helps get him back to his vacation. I'm not familiar with what you need done, so I can't promise I'd be good at it, but I'm happy to help and try. I'm gonna kind of give her a bit of a strained smile after seeing that stack of paperwork. But we did agree to help. It sounds like he appeared to be somehow portaled in. There were explosions of like kind of whirlpools of magical energy. And then
the cat likes you. It just ran away.
they as they disappeared, well, Val sent his illusion into one, and then out popped the beholder. So I'm wondering if that was maybe part of the issues going on with the nature spirits.
So you're saying you summoned a beholder?
Well, I mean, I don't know that we intentionally summoned the beholder. It was more of a series of unfortunate events.
Well, magicians who destroy entire cities don't always necessarily intend to do it.
I mean, that's fair. But who ever heard of something being well, I guess by sending magical energy into a magical whirlpool. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Well, now we know for next time.
Hopefully there is a next time.
One can hope.
And she's just like, like the exacerbated, just like hands on her head and like on her temples, and she's just kind of like rubbing the side of her head and over her face. She's just like, I'll figure something out. I'll send word.
So any recommendations of what we should do with him in the meantime?
Figure out what you did to get him here and do the exact opposite, probably. That would help.
How would you withdraw magical energy from a magical whirlpool? If you have a suggestion,
Make it
I'm
happen
all ears.
again. Maybe
Oh,
it'll.
just so do the exact same thing again and hope for a different result? That doesn't sound like it'd be a good idea.
As opposed to summoning a beholder here with limited
Well, no,
knowledge?
if there's another whirlpool of energy, of magic, and we do the same thing that we did before, who's to say we're not going to end up with 2 beholders?
Then maybe they'll fight each other and kill each other. I see nothing wrong here.
I mean, that or we get an even angrier beholder on our doorstep that was forced to basically fight and then might try taking out the town. I'm just saying. But I will keep my ears open, and if you can just let us know if anyone maybe reach out to a portal expert in the Adventurers Guild that could maybe help educate us, we'd be happy to learn.
I would love to meet a portal expert.
Right?
Didn't you say there was some person living in a disappearing cave?
There
Maybe.
was, and we haven't seen him around since the cave disappeared.
Darn. Oh well,
He-
I'll
Mhm.
put this on another list of things that we have to deal with. Lovely.
I mean, on the other hand, if anybody tries to attack from the north, at least we have a a bit of a beholder guard there. Unintentional, but
Hey,
I don't
not
think
not to
Mhm.
interrupt. What if the mole men could like build a home for Gary?
I think that's a great idea. If he'd be willing to stay here and I mean, the adventurers that were bugging him wouldn't know he's here, so he'd actually probably would have a private existence. That's a great idea, Bryce.
Wait, adventurers were bugging him?
Apparently, they would find him and ask him a bunch of questions, and he was really tired of it, so he took himself on vacation to a hot springs in his cave, apparently.
Yeah. He wouldn't stop complaining. He's a real dick.
Yeah, he's pretty angry. Maybe Kaido is right, and he just needs a good smash.
Oh, anyway, I'm gonna go get a snack in the tavern.
Do we know anything about Beholder?
Yes, they're extremely
Intimacy?
dangerous. Oh, intimacy? No, they don't reproduce that way.
How do they reproduce?
Really glad I left before that.
my palm on my face and shake my head, be like, of all the questions.
Well, if we found him a Beholder friend, that might solve our problems. They would
I
either
mean,
fight to the death
maybe.
or not.
Should have
mean-
Vald do another minor illusion.
Of a beholder.
A
I feel
beholder
like
babe.
that's so
That's
wrong.
not a bad idea.
Terrible idea.
Yeah.
I mean, Val knows nothing of their mating practices. He could end up starting a war. Or how do you follow through on something like that? I mean, do we really want an angry beholder with blue balls?
I think if he touches it, he would find out it was an illusion. So not a great
And
idea.
he might be mad about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we need probably
But I
one
like,
very,
but I like where your head's at.
very helpful idea.
Well, wait,
Also,
okay.
OOC.
If we need to
speaking of
move him
helpful,
from a location, maybe I can like figure out like a sexy beholder or something that
Like a-
he could go
like-
after,
Happy Le Pew him.
Oh.
and we illusion it off in the distance to draw him away, if needed.
OOC cubed. What are is this like cobblestone street out here?
Yeah, pretty much.
Middle of town? All right. Very important. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Oh.
gonna have to do with melding in the stone.
Also, milady, I
And-
have to officially introduce myself. Flora, you've seen me around, but there may come a time when I need to send you a message, and I feel like you should know that would be coming from me.
Oh, the one who's been visibly and very obviously hiding from the mayor.
Oh, I wouldn't say hiding necessarily.
Oh,
Anyway, it's been great to meet you, but I have to get a snack also. Thanks for your time. Come on, giant baby Vold. We need snacks.
I'll kind of like
We need a
whisper.
we need a snacky before your nappy.
I'll stage whisper to Luana, be like, "Yeah,
I
she's
don't need
definitely
naps
afraid of doing
anymore.
this."
I'm a grown man.
From the distance, probably hear
Even
me say,
grown babies
"See,
need
I
snackies.
told you."
Oh, these animals are still here. Someone take care of that, will ya?
Oh yeah, wasn't fodder supposed to be taking them out of that area?
It's bad for business to keep
Oh,
them
they're
outside
just-
the inn like that.
they're just laying in the street now.
Okay.
Waiting for more.
After they
Food.
finished the giant meat charcuterie board. Oh man. Well, I'll tell Luana, be like, thank you so much for reaching out to hopefully a portal expert that can help us. And I will see what we can do about getting a hold of the mole men, because that's a great idea to help potentially fix the problem. And I will come back and help you for a little bit with paperwork, since we did add some to your plate. But I will be back.
Wonderful. And she's just slowly closing the window.
It's amazing. Oh, see, have you guys seen the little video of the kid who got an avocado for Christmas?
Oh my gosh, I quote that all the time.
An avocado. Thanks. That's the vibe I just got from Luana. Like, great. That's wonderful.
I love it.
Oh man. Let's see.
Well, you're back to square one, back in town.
Well, okay. So back to town. Let's see. I wonder who we should talk to. I actually should have probably just asked Luana who we should talk to about getting a hold of the mole men. Because honestly, Price, that was absolutely brilliant. Because if we could create a little burrow for him that we all knew about and knew not to bother him, and was in an area like far enough from town that he wouldn't be disturbed, but not so far that we couldn't reach him if we found a way to get him back to his own cave, that would be pretty good. Might make him pretty happy. So I propose we do that. We try and get a hold of the mole men. Let's see. Was it Vald who was able to speak with them? Or was it Price?
Price.
Okay. So, then I'll just directly ask Price. Be like, "Price, how do you recommend we get in touch with them?"
Well, we told him about the town. I guess they haven't shown up yet, and then we ran into to their tunnel before, and where they made the bridge. So I guess we know where that is.
Maybe just go
There you
check
go.
their tunnel?
We go there. We talk. We look for
That
Franklin
one.
with the S is silent. He was the foreman.
That's right.
Also, you guys want to see something cool?
Oh no.
Always.
Bryce is gonna just lay down in the middle of the street. I think it's been long enough. I've been concentrating. Watch this.
Oh no.
You just see Bryce just like melt into the street. And he just disappears.
Like,
Can we walk on you now?
that's a
Does he
neat
say
trick.
anything?
Oh, I can. Well, let me see. It says that I can't see anything. I'm basically completely encased in stone.
Nothing
And
of
I
your
can't see
presence
anything.
remains visible or otherwise detectable. You look like the street.
I'm in it. I'm like inside it.
I walk on top of him.
and I can't see anything, but I
Bryce,
can
can you feel
hear
this?
with the perception check. Oh, it's with a disadvantage. Hold on.
I'm gonna kneel down and like knock on the stone, be like, Price, can you hear us in there?
It's
he can-
really loud.
Can we hear him? Probably not.
It's like, "Arr."
Let's
awesome.
see.
Or let's see, can I
Do you
would it
think
well,
he's
here.
stuck like that?
I mean, if he did it willingly, then probably not. Price, knock twice if you need us to kind of dig you out.
I need you to
I
get
wish-
off of me.
Probably just hear a and so I'll step back, wondering
Thor
like,
hopped off a second ago. Yeah. Well, I could dispel magic tomorrow, but he'd be out here in the street all night.
He's just,
I mean,
you
he
just see him
probably
pop
know.
back out.
What?
Oh, hey, oh good, you're back.
Isn't that
That
neat?
was
That was super cool.
really quite sneaky. Can you hear while you're in there? Did you hear us talking to you?
It was like, it was muffled and echoed at the same time.
That's
But
crazy.
could you understand the words? Because
Oh, yeah.
I have an idea. We could hide you somewhere where we need information.
Yeah.
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 And as long as you can listen to it, you know.
You know what's crazy? As long as it's a big enough piece of stone that I could fit in, it could be anything.
So that would be really
Like a
helpful in the caves.
statue?
Like a stone statue.
Oh, that would be pretty neat.
Oh, they paste in hidden. Nice.
I'm gonna look at Flora and be like, who else thinks that we should enlist Glorp to make a
Can you
Price statue with billowing cloak?
can you do that to other people? Turn them into stone?
I didn't. It's kind of a druid thing. I don't. You probably wouldn't like it. I don't think it would work
Well,
the same.
I don't mean your friends. That's horrifying.
Oh. Well,
I
no.
mean to bad guys. To our enemies.
I don't think so. But if we're gonna get creative with this, I just want to be clear.
Maybe?
If I'm in something and it gets destroyed, I pretty much die.
Oh,
Ooh.
noted. Noted. Thank you for letting us know. Do
Yeah.
you think we could practice as long as it wouldn't hurt me, but do you think you could grapple someone and then sort of like hold yourself against a wall and take them in there with you?
I feel like this is all DM discretion.
Like, actually, if you grab
It
them,
would be
if you,
difficult
you have
to
to
grapple and cast at the same time. What components are there?
Oh yeah.
None. It's just verbal semantic,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I can cast it as a ritual, so I just need 10 minutes.
It does say self, so probably not. But
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah, it's a self thing.
yeah, because otherwise the other body would probably create a barrier to keep
But if
you
you
from
wrapped your
touching.
arms around them while you melted into stone, maybe it would hold them against the wall. Like a prison. You're like a very fancy version of shackles.
Yeah, but then he is squishy compared to stone, and they might hurt him trying to get away. I don't know that we would want Price to put himself in that situation.
We could get like a boulder, and I could get in it, and you could roll it down a hill.
Oh, hey,
I don't know. I'm just thinking of random stuff now.
it's our merchant friends. Hello, welcome.
Wait, what?
And I'll turn back, be like, "Come on, you guys! Remember we met them a while back in the forest."
Oh, they just missed my. Hold on. Damn it. Distract them for 10 minutes.
Hi, welcome to the town. Glad you made it.
Ah, thank you.
Greetings, welcome.
Glad
We
you arrived safely.
take our time here. Well, we took our time. Yes.
You have got to see the inn. Let's take them to the inn.
Yeah, are you hungry?
I think I could go for a bite to eat, yes.
Well, please
It
join
has
us.
been a long day.
We'll get you all squared away. And feel free to bring chompers, as long as he won't turn anybody to stone or paralyze him. I can't remember what he did, but he's welcome. Does he mind wolves and raptors?
Just
Because
about to
they're kind
say,
of hanging out in town right
wondering.
now.
Chompers is
Right
very
around
well
this corner is
trained.
gonna get really spooky.
And as they kind of turn the corner, I'll be like, "Hey guys, look, it's our merchant friends that we met." Kaito, let's see. OOC, Kaito, were you there when we met them, or was this when we had Gan? Might have been a Gan thing. Or a Gan
I
line.
think Gan was gone by then, right?
Was it?
Hey, friend.
Yeah, Gan was gone
Hey.
by then.
Okay. Hey.
Over here, through this door, I think.
So you are merchants, correct?
Yes,
Asking him a question.
we are
Wow.
trying to get into having a place to settle in. Khajiit,
Would
no.
you happen to be able to acquire a guild? It's a gilded skull.
A what?
Gilded skull.
A gilded skull of what?
I just need a gilded skull.
That is a very odd request.
Could you acquire one for me?
We deal in potions, not in
Hmm.
taxidermy.
Well, do you know any merchants that would be able to acquire one?
I do not know. I have not met the merchants here.
Okay. Well, if you run into anybody that can, you let me know.
Hey, I
Hey,
could
well-
go for some food.
Oh,
As if
yeah.
referencing a
I
conversation like 2 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
forgot
That's
how
where they're taking
slow he
you.
was. Hey, Vald, I'm pretty sure Kit was able to get some materials from the guild mistress. I don't know if you asked her about the skull thing.
I did, and she didn't. She said something about merchants, so that's
Dang
why I
it.
decided to ask them.
Is this the tavern you speak of? It is. He takes a step back, kind of takes it in. Quaint.
Oh, it's showier in ways that you can't immediately see. Come in.
Very well. Ah, you have quite the menagerie here. That is wonderful. It is always good to have animals.
It is.
And he reaches a hand out to Jeb. Animal handling.
Nice.
Ah, no. Yeah, I don't know why it has that title. My tokens get all wonky. So he reaches out and almost instinctively, Jeb just sort of lowers his head and lets Marketh pet him. He reaches out a hand like really slowly and really cautiously, like non-threatening, and doesn't even seem to have food offered. Just it's almost like his body language is conveying like a friendliness, a kinship. And then he walks in. Yes, very quaint. And he just looks around some more.
I'm trying to talk on mute. Super helpful. So as he comes in, I'll ask him, be like, so the fun part comes next. So think about food or a snack, a treat that you've been craving for a while, that something maybe only made in your hometown, but something you've been craving for a while and unable to find. What would that be?
Ah. Yeah, we're just gonna immediately fix something here. Ban that. That would probably have to be some of the claw beasts from back home.
So OOC, does it show up for him asking, or has anything happened?
I mean, he just mentions it. You didn't give him instructions or anything.
Oh, fair. Um, okay. Well, so then I'll kind of just turn to the counter and be like, so let's try a big plate of those claw beasts. I'll
Very
look at
well.
him. Let's see. So I'll tell him, I'll be like, maybe you need to do it. Think about what, like, everything that you remember about that food, and just ask for it. Ask for either a serving or however it's prepared.
He tries to follow your instructions to the best of your description. And nothing happens.
Interesting. Wonder why that didn't work. Um, so tell me more about this dish, and maybe I can figure out how to make this work. Are these claw beasts prepared in a particular way?
Ah, yes. We take their. Well, first we have to skin them. They have very thick hide, but their meat. Ah, their meat. It is the most tender meat that you can have.
Sounds delicious.
And
do
then
you
he kind
prefer?
of goes into, description of, the how you cook it, how long to cook it. If you cook it over open fire versus if you cook it like in a stove, it cooks very differently because of how the heat distributes. There's a lot to it, but it definitely sounds like a delicacy based on how he's describing it.
So I guess then, with my newfound understanding of the food and what it is and like what I'd really be requesting, I'll keep that in mind and try asking the tavern for a dish of the claw beast prepared in each of the ways that he described.
And a plate of it appears, piping, steaming hot, like it was fresh out the oven. It's even plated very nicely.
I'll clap and be like, "Yes, okay, perfect." So I'll take the plate and hand it over to him. Be like, "Try this and see how it compares to what you remember."
Very well. He seems a little concerned. And he tries it. Mmm. Mmm. Yes, yes. This is exactly like at home. Wonderful, yes.
And Kalia will clap a little bit, just delighted. Be like, "This is what makes our tavern so special." And I'll leave a put a gold on the bar.
And it disappears. Boop.
Yeah. And so I'll tell them a little bit. We have a very special tavern. So it may not be much to look at right now, but it is quaint and we love it. And it is definitely very helpful for taking good care of us.
Hey, why don't you tell them about the claw beast? And Market just turns around and pats him on the shoulder. We will fix you someday, my friend.
Bring him in. We can get something for him too.
One eye blinks, and then another eye blinks. And he just offers a plate to his compatriot. So, and he claps his hands together. More importantly, down to business. Yes? You
Yes,
said there was a place here that I can set up shop?
absolutely. First, let's introduce you to the guild mistress here in town, and she will be the one to get you set up and squared away. Just here at the north of town.
Chompers is over there, like, sniffing Jeb's feet. And, there's a big old fur pile of puppers just sleeping in the street. And Booyah's continually high-fiving. Booyah!
So, not to, because I don't want to monopolize a ton of time and RP. Do we want to say that we take him up, introduce him to Luana, and she starts getting them squared away? And we just
Yep.
will figure like you can let us
Expedite.
know where they are. Cool. Unless someone else
Expeditious.
wanted to interact with them on the way up to Luana's. So how much time do we really have left in of daylight at this point? Because it'd probably be good to start our way over to the Mole People's tunnel sooner rather than later if we can, to get in touch with them and ideally enlist their help in making a new burrow, hopefully just temporary for Gary while he's here.
I mean, you can go over there. Nothing stopping you. I gotta
Well, like, is
find the
it?
map
Do we
that
still
the
have
mole
plenty of
people
time in
are
the
on.
day?
I mean, you've only really done anything. It's only been like 3 hours, basically.
Okay, perfect. What do you guys think? Price? And I'll poke my head in, be like, "Hey, Flora, I'm gonna go go talk to the mole
Hey.
people."
The mole,
Yeah,
the mole
remember
people?
we yeah, see if
Mhm.
maybe they can Price had the greatest idea to enlist their help in maybe digging a burrow for, Gary, for him to be undisturbed while we figure out how to get him back to his cave.
We could also investigate in the mole people's direction
Absolutely.
because it's we're supposed to investigate every direction. So
It's true.
Do I know anyone in town who can heal? Like, heal people?
Can you not heal yourself? I
I
guess
can,
OOC. Hmm. Oh, but
but
then you'd also need a long rest or something too.
well, I just have one less spell slot.
What
Yeah.
what if you rested in the wagon on the way
Hmm,
to our mole friends? Just like a little short one?
that's a great idea. Can you handle the detect magic finding?
That
The
should be good.
detecting?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, is it
That
possible for you to do a healing ritual like you did for detect magic?
what a great question.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
well, all right.
There's
I guess it has to be
there's
two.
only one spell that kind of does that, but I don't think you have it prepared.
Well, I was just thinking if it were something that she could do over time and not use a spell slot in
Oh
general,
no,
or
it
would it have
uses
to
a
be
spell slot.
prepared anyway? Oh, okay.
It's okay. If I could take a short rest, that would be lovely.
Yeah, hop on in. And I'm gonna pat the
So
fluffy
that's a cubed, but yeah.
scooter down pillow and
Ooh,
mostly a
yeah.
plain goblin blanket.
Testing out the new sleepy corner.
And I'll kind of like fold the blanket up
Like
a bit so it's
Bob's
like you can just
Kit
like
out of the wagon. No,
in. Yeah. We'll tuck you in next to Kit.
I'll spoon him. He can't. He can't consent.
Oh wait, that
but-
was the sound of a wagon. The door to Glor's opens. And Flex pokes his head out. Something to carry? Got something to carry? Huh? Hmm?
Hey, Flex. Not quite yet,
Aw. He goes
but you'll
back
be the
in.
first to know.
The door closes. Something to carry. All right, so what's the plan? Where you going? What you doing? Which
Um,
direction you going? Mole people?
Mole people. So north and east. Or I guess east and north so that we don't disturb Gary before we have a solution or next step.
Okay, so that would be
And can I just say I love that the first like probably very concerning big bad that we run into of like a beholder from compared to our level, like the fact that he is, sentient and willing to converse with us and didn't immediately just try and vaporize us is pretty great. It's awesome. Grumpy or not, it's fantastic.
I concur. Thank you for not murdering us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for not causing a party wipe.
I mean, y'all could have jumped in the portal stuff. That's fine.
You mean the one that nearly took Flora's foot out?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Totally safe. Oh, maybe that's it. It was only unsafe because she only put a toe in. That's what it was. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
you
next
gotta.
time we just need to fully commit and just all of us jump in. I gotcha.
Yep, no problems there.
Nope. Nope. In fact, we should each individually jump into separate portals or separate whirlpools because I'm sure we'll all go to the same place, right?
Sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So many good ideas floating around here today.
Mm-hmm. I think Kaito is probably the one who had the best idea. Anyway,
To not do those things.
accurate.
I thought you meant the smashing.
Oh. I mean, I don't know how you would have relations with a magical whirlpool or not, but I mean,
Man, at the end of the day, it's just a hole, right? I don't know. Just a
At
big
least
old
you
hole in the
said-
ground.
all right. So yeah, so this was the near that caravan campsite, right? Wasn't that what was like right here? And
Yeah, this or just there was just roughly using
Hmm.
this map for the mole stuff, I believe.
well, because this was probably near where the actual dug entrance would have been, rather than the hole that we collapsed. So that makes sense.
I have so many maps. So you go to the mole people's hovel along the road,
And Price, you're
and
up.
there does not appear to be a divot in the road.
Oh, good, they fixed it.
Oh, can I roll a little dicey
Okay.
dice here for a short rest?
What idea did you have? Oh, you know. Oh, you
To
know.
use uh the right button.
Let's see. One.
I'll use one
Two.
more.
Yeah. It's a D8 and then plus 3. Yeah.
Oh, I think I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, there we go. Okay. Floor is
So
back up
10.
to full. Thank you.
So is the you said that the road is fixed.
Yep.
But is there like the side tunnel that they burrowed for us to let us out? Is that still there?
Yep, there's a side tunnel still.
All right. So yeah, I think Price would walk over to that side tunnel and just like walk in and look around, see if he sees anybody.
Not in the immediate area, nope.
Um,
I mean, the thing that you do notice is different is that there are reinforcements along the location where the road would be, like scaffolding and whatnot, support beams.
is there signs that people have been here recently?
I mean, there's support beams and stuff.
Well, I like
And-
footprints and like
Oh.
but what I'm wondering is if they just finished like reinforcing this and then just moved on.
I mean, you see a lot of footprints, right? Because they still use the tunnels. So how old they are
Okay.
would be like a survival check to figure out how long
Okay.
they've been through here or how long ago. But, you know, yeah, they've been recently used. Probably not even a few hours ago.
Can we tell what
Um,
direction they were heading? So maybe we can go meet
Both.
them.
All directions. These seem like pretty heavily traveled. Like they go from, I mean, it's only a two-way, you know, basically, I guess technically two ways, but, you know, in front of you and behind you kind of thing.
Price is gonna use the stick that Glorb gave him. And he's gonna kind of tap on some of these reinforcements and holler into the cave system in
How well does dirt carry
what was
sound?
it, Undercommon?
Kind of like a door knocker.
Yeah, my thought with that is it's gonna either echo or reverberate, and they're cave dwellers, so that might clue them in that something's around. And then I'm
there's
also gonna
some
holler
stuff.
out in Undercommon, which I think was how I was speaking to them before. And just kind of be like, "Hey, we're back, Franklin."
Let's see. Let's give them a perception. I was just because I had Seji's token clicked, but that's still a 9. So yeah, no response.
Well, Price is always right. Are we at like an intersection here where we can go left or right, or is it just kind of like a
Yeah.
straight on?
So
tunnel?
it's because you remember there was a forward and back, but they dug a hole so you can get out. So
That's what I was picturing.
you'd basically
Okay.
be at
Like
a T intersection.
T intersection. All right. So Price is going to turn right and start going down the tunnel that way.
All right.
Maybe have Vald go the other way because he'll see him before they see him, probably.
Roll me a D100. Basically, it's a 50-50. You eventually run into a mole person. Like
Hey,
you walk past where that table was before, which is not there anymore, just sort of the indentation that there was a table here, but it's been moved. So you kind of get the feeling that, you know, maybe those kind of setups are temporary in nature.
Hey, is Franklin around?
So, and that's how you come across another table, and there's like a mole person, kind of with their back to you, sort of sitting at a table, and then you say that, "Oh, gee," and he flips the chair over and flips the table over just like before. And
I
you know,
caught you
so
snoozing. No, I'm just kidding.
peeks his head over
You
the
know,
over the flip table.
you know where Franklin is?
Of course I know where Franklin is. He's um he um of course I know where he is. Of course I'm
Right.
one of the smartest people here.
When was the last time you saw him? I'd like to speak to him and ask him a favor.
I saw him about 2 hours ago.
If I were to ask you if you could go get him right now, would you be capable of it?
He stands up and dusts himself off,
Of course I can, sir.
and he does a salute.
Perfect. He's just gonna nod back at him.
You want me to do that now?
If you would, please, yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
And he
Hey, what's
salutes
your
again.
name, by the way?
They call me Slippy.
What?
Slippy.
That's hard for you to say, isn't it?
No, Slippy.
Yeah. Right.
Slippy.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
Slippy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks, Shibby.
Yeah, Slippy. Slippy.
Shibby?
Slip. Slip. Slippy. Slippy.
I just realized I shouldn't have asked that.
The U is silent. Anyway.
And he turns
Of course it is.
and he meanders off in a direction for further ahead, basically.
Okay, I was wondering if he went back behind me or keep going ahead. So I'll walk back because I don't know if people are actively following. If everyone's with me, then I'll just kind of turn and relay that he has a very confusing name and he's off to get Franklin.
What was his name?
I'll have him tell you when he gets back. It's really, really good. Did you hear him at the last part where he seemed like he was kind of fumbling over his own tongue?
No.
Oh.
I was just waking up from my nap in the wagon. Sorry. I missed it.
Oh.
I was hoping you'd maybe just tell me.
I think his name was Shibby.
Shibby.
Sibby?
Got it.
Yeah, he was having a lot of trouble getting the first bit out. The last bit sounds like it's a B of some sort.
Well, maybe he has some sort of ailment that he can't help, you know?
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for asking.
Maybe someone cut his tongue out.
He definitely had. He might have had an extra one in there. I don't know. It's almost like there wasn't enough room.
2 tongues. Very interesting.
Also, his name doesn't have a U in it, so keep that in mind.
Did he spell it for you?
No, he just kept saying it, and then he wanted to be clear that the U is silent. Actually, it does have a U in it. Oh, I may have just fucked up. There's definitely a U in the name. Don't say the U. Don't pronounce it. That's offensive.
Thank you for that.
He said he was off to get Franklin, and so yeah, we're just kind of waiting.
Did Vold or Kaito have anything they want to do or say?
No, I was just accompanying.
If they put anything. Okay. All right. So about 15, 20 minutes pass. and Flippy and Franklin and probably like a guard all walk up.
Yes, how can I help you?
Hmm?
How can I help you?
We would like to hire you to dig a small burrow, I believe.
Oh,
What's the
yeah.
plan?
Hey, what's up, dudes? Um, basically, yeah, Franklin, we were gonna ask if you could build like a cave kind of deal.
Well, lucky for you, we are really good at doing that.
Oh, I know.
Like really, really good. Especially with me at the charge. We're super good at it. Super the best. We're the best.
So,
There you go.
is he talking in common now or still in undercommon?
Oh,
I was gonna say
Franklin's common.
Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah, that was why I was asking for Franklin specifically, so that all of us could communicate.
you're so clever.
So, Franklin, we're asking for your help because we have an unexpected new visitor to the forest just west of here, um, who was kind of pulled out of his own cave through a portal. And until we can get him back to his home, we're hoping you could build him a temporary new home. Ideally with a hot spring underneath, or at least if you know a way to search for a natural spring, it seems like he could heat it himself.
Hmm.
And he taps little mole person chin.
Hmm. I think we can do something.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
But I mean, it does take time and energy to build these tunnels, so I mean,
We'd be happy to feed you to keep you strong and energized.
ooh, what kinds of foods?
Uh, Pretty much whatever you would want.
Deal.
Excellent. Now, the only thing is to get you that food, we could probably arrange either for a daily transport over to you, or if you would be comfortable, you'd be welcome to come into town, and anybody who's hungry would be welcome to come into our tavern and eat.
I was planning to have a trip to your town in time. I mean, we still have to complete our masterful tunnels.
And he points to the scaffolding.
Of course, you're doing very important work.
I know, I
And
know.
and we did speak to the guild mistress of our town, and she and our mayor think it would be delightful to have you maybe consult to figure out how we could build a portion of tunnels or entrance to our town underneath, so long as everything is fully reinforced, which obviously you know a lot about. Just so you know, that it sounds like you would be very welcome to start basically creating something to join our town. So you would have access to our town and be able to come and go as you need.
Hmm. That does sound pretty awesome.
The more the merrier.
Hmm. Well, I will still have to consult the others. I am a foreman after all.
Of course. No pressure or rush. Though, if there is a way we could help facilitate the building of that cave for our, like I said, unexpected guest, that would be very appreciated. But we are grateful for your help, however, it can be provided.
They all seem a little distracted, maybe drooling a little bit. And you
Thinking about
could,
all the food.
yeah, probably.
I'll, I guess, I'll pull out a handful of the jerky that I had brought with me from the big sack in the wagon. What do your people enjoy eating? Do you eat meat or prefer only vegetables? What do you like?
I mean, everything. We like to
Well,
scavenge. We do like bugs, though. Some exotic bugs. They're really juicy and tasty.
we'll see what we can do about that. In the meantime, in appreciation of you considering our request, please enjoy this jerky. And so I'll hand them like the like handful or two that I had put in my pack. And I hand it to Franklin. Like, this is some jerky from our town. Just a small snack, I understand. But something to at least tide you over until you get back to your own settlement. Especially
He
noting.
hands it off to Slippy.
You're just gonna need the energies for the works ahead of you.
And Slippy takes it. SCH.
Thank you so much for your time. Ah, nice. Oh, yes, Sleepy. The U is silent. It's not even present. That's amazing. I love it. Thank you, Franklin, and thank you, Schlippy. Would you prefer to send someone to come meet us at town when you have an answer for us, or should we come back and meet with you in a day or two?
I'll have somebody come over there, probably at night, because the sun burns our eyeballs.
Of course, no problem at all. I would
And he
suggest just
points to
head
like the
into
goggles on his head and taps them.
very smart.
Laura's gonna tap her little mining helmet, like miming him.
Oh, he notices.
I see you were also into the digging side of things. Do you want to join us on our next dig?
You may pitch in a little bit on the Beholder Cavern.
What's the beholder?
That would be our unexpected guest. His name is Gary.
So we look for a Gary. We could
Oh, don't look for
hammer this
Gary.
out when we talk to the other town folks.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds great. But I'll help a little. Do you have any tools I could use? I guess we can hammer that out later as well. Flora winks at him.
Oh,
Get it?
you have a
Lightning
pick?
blade hammer.
Or thanks,
I
Kaito.
used to.
I'll
Oh,
let Flora be like,
oh.
Kaito has an extra pick.
Thank you. I mean, mine may still be near Gary's place, but we'll have to return and find out.
I'm sure we'll put it to good use when we hopefully get to make him a temporary little home.
Maybe we can all help dig the tunnel. And then we'll put our names on a plaque right outside. And they'll call us. Does anyone have a fun name picked out for our little team? We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll need to workshop that.
The Kaito and friends got it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kaito already has a group called Kaito and Friends. Okay, I need to add.
Thank you. I will. We will definitely put this to use.
No, that was for me.
Oh, never mind.
He's like holding his hand out expectantly.
Laura hugs the pick even harder and kind of like twists away from him.
I'll turn to Franklin and be like, but we will talk to our blacksmith about the possibility of getting some new picks made in additional thank you for helping us build a new cave for Gary. How's that sound?
That sounds like a job for Franklin's and crews.
Excellent. Well, we will look forward to hearing more. When you arrive to town, just head to basically the center of town, south, and you'll see the tavern, and we can meet you there.
It'll probably be sometime at night, though.
No problem. I generally like to sleep in the tavern. It's very cozy next to the fireplace, so you'll probably just find me in there. Wake me up if I'm asleep.
He gives you a thumbs up.
I'll return the thumbs up. Well, we won't keep you any further unless anybody else has a question. Price, was there any other brilliant ideas that you had?
Um, not really. I mean, plenty, of course, but
Of course. But relevant to this, if not, we should probably let them get back to work and head back to town.
All right.
should we maybe tell Gary to expect him? Or where? How is this? Are they going to build it and then we're going to go show Gary?
I think we'll wait to hear back from them on feasibility and timing, and then we can go tell
Oh,
Gary.
jeez. How many blindfolds are we going to need for the surprise?
Maybe we just tell him and don't surprise him because he might burn through
One
those blindfolds and our mole friends if
Close
we start
all
telling
of your eyes, okay?
one spell.
Here's
I can solve
it's
that.
your new home.
True. Well, but couldn't he dispel your magic darkness though?
But if I'm behind his main eye, then I just put his darkness, and then he can't see through it
No?
unless
Wouldn't
he
it-
has like complete magical eyesight, which he might.
he might.
Don't know.
Maybe better to once we have more information, I figure we could tell him about it and ask for his input of where he would like it dug too. And I don't know that he would mind them working at night, but we can ask.
But I mean, like that's kind of I guess what I was thinking because we could either have the Franklin and Schlibby, they'll do the building, and they won't be in danger. Is kind of what I'm worried about. And then they're done and kind of back to what they're doing, and then we could maybe show Gary the new pad, new digs, as it were.
Sure. That actually sounds like a great idea. Not bother
I just
him too much unless we have to kind of thing?
yeah, I didn't. Well, I thought I didn't want to send the mole people to him.
Oh, no, I
He was
figured we
already
would
yeah.
let him know what we were doing, and we would coordinate with the mole people,
Oh yeah,
and so that they wouldn't be bothering him necessarily.
sounds good.
Alright, awesome. Well then, let's head back to town, and, I'm gonna go get a pint and a snack and take a nap in the tavern.
Well, you see about that.
It's probably, like, also the middle of the afternoon still. But it's dark down here.
Mhm.
It's fine. I'm sure I'll sleep through whatever.
So you start making your way back to Delrith.
I just grab Price by the wrist and, like, drag him with us.
Oh
Be
no.
like, "You're doing alright, buddy."
It's
As
just
Price,
got
Price
his
is
do you
tongue.
need
being
to
dragged through the
cast
dirt.
He's got his
some
tongue
magic
sticking
on
out.
you again?
Yep, I remember what you did last time. That's not fun.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
It's not fun.
You doesn't want the tingle fingers, the old tingle fingy.
Oh,
I don't like that you call it that.
that's what I'm gonna threaten the goblins with next time, is the good old tingle fingy.
Ah,
You don't want to know what it is.
You are experienced it. You know
what
exactly
did
what it is.
what did I laugh at so hard
Well,
earlier? Oh, that giant baby.
That was
Sorry.
so disturbing. I guess somebody put hopefully just like After Effects someone's baby face on an adult dressed like that, but I could be wrong.
I think it might be like a silicone mask, but I'm
Oh,
not
could be.
sure.
Either way, it was very disturbing. Do not approve. 0, -10 out of 10.
One man's disturbing is another man's. I don't know how I feel about it actually.
That's fine, and they can enjoy it all they like. Purely
Mm.
speaking about my own personal preferences.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. I apologize.
Yeah. I was just wrapping up as you guys come back to
Yeah, I'm
town for like
sorry.
a 5th time in a single day.
We're running errands.
We got a
Perfectly
lot
normal.
done. And I figure we'll wait to hear back from Franklin and Co. Before going to bug Gary. So I'll get my snack and my pint of brew and snuggle up
Actually-
next to the fireplace, my favorite spot.
The pack's
And
probably
maybe our town's
elsewhere.
old man knows anything about the Gary's old man,
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. They're
because they've both probably been
the
around
hot
long
dogs.
enough.
The chili dog.
the chili
hot dog.
dogs.
The chili dogs are finally moving out. Just this. Oh, excuse
Oh, well,
me.
Price is there, so
Sure.
kind of looked like Jeb was gonna follow them, and
My name's
saw
Jeb.
Price, so he started charging down the street. Probably scared the shit out of Flora. And Jeb just like skids to a halt in front of Price and like kind of hops a little bit.
Gonna kind of point over Jeb in the direction that all the wolves and fodder went. I think you're supposed to go that way.
Give me a handle animal. Command your beast of burden. We shall see.
There we go.
He kind of looks in the direction you're pointing. Tilts
As
his
soon as he
head.
does that, I'm gonna meld back into the street.
Whoop. And away he goes. And Markif, who's he's kind of hanging around here. Well, can you see from, what was that? Can you see from there? Checks to make it hear. Perception sounds outside of what makes its advantage. So you can hear, but at disadvantage, but you can't see?
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Okay. Then you hear some muffled words, and
Guess I'll roll, see if I can hear him. Hold on. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, with disadvantage.
13. And I think it's a DC 15, so I don't think I hear anything.
KL,
I actually don't know what the
Plus
DC
3.
is.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's right. So I was just double checking the math on it. Yeah, you just kind of hear some muffled, like, some words, and then you hear like clawed feet running across cobblestone. All right. So these would be, and they're talking with him. So, what's the plan for you guys?
The afternoon.
Yeah, at this point, because there was a lot of traveling. Most of your day was walking.
Maybe Flora will go to the church and visit anyone who's still there. But we don't
I could just move you to the church.
Help me. Help me get to the church.
There. Because I can move you through walls to get there.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
And how long does Melting the Stone last? 8 hours?
For 8 hours.
8 hours?
Yeah. I can do this for so long.
Oh my gosh.
Self-touch, 8 hours. You have to be conscious.
I can't wait to just start pranking you guys with this. We're gonna be in like a cavern. I'm just gonna meld into the wall and just pop out.
Though, you might want to be careful with a couple of us that might shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, right.
All right. We got 1, 2. So you're going to the church. Kaito, where you sleeping at? Where you gonna be? And while we wait for that response, and Flora. So you went to the church?
No.
There's surprisingly nobody in there. I mean, it is
Well,
kind of
it
late.
must be getting better. Weren't there like some wounded in here?
There were, but it's been some time.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Maybe she'll just spend some time in here, chilling.
Sleeping in the church.
Well, it's only afternoon, right?
Kind of sounds like you guys were winding down. It's kind of an early wind
That's
down.
just in real life.
Well, it's also 3 hours. I mean, you guys can go back out if you want.
I'm
I
down to
think
go
we
back
should
out.
decide next time. Maybe.
Kyle sleep where he's been sleeping. I think that was the. Oh no, that was the mayor's house.
Yeah, mayor's house, right?
Because Kit and Kaito were guests in the mayor's house. All right. So, you guys pretty much take the rest of the day off, as it were. I mean, you guys did do a lot of walking. Granted, a lot of time in town, but a lot of walking. And as you all respectively go to your sleeping spots, some of you partaking of sleeping in the middle, literally in the middle of the road. You all seem to have quite the evening. Dreams, as it were.
Hmm.
You all get very vague flashes of the side of some kind of old building. You can't really tell where it is per se, but it kind of looks like the outer wall seemed crumbled and destroyed, aged and overgrown, and your vision just kind of hovers around the outer wall and inwards, kind of like a fast forward, like just like a whoosh, like a quick zoom in, and inside this building there's, I mean, the best you can ascertain is sort of like very akin to what Price and Flora experienced, this sort of whirlpool of just arcane energy, and it just kind of draws you in and draws your vision in, and pulls you towards it. And as you are about to, meet with the eye of the storm, as it were, you blink and look around, and now you're inside of a room. But this room, the walls are coated in shadow. There's a mist, a shadow that emanates from all facets of these walls. These walls almost, when you look at them, you focus on them, it's almost like they're breathing. There's a slow and methodical, almost like inhale and exhale. But the wall never fully becomes apparent. It's almost a shadowy, organic nature to it. However, you reach out and you try and touch these walls. And all you can see, and this is in your respective visions, all you can see is yourselves almost like staring in the mirror. But there are these shadowy wisps, this mist that emanates from your body, almost like steam rising off of you. And you stare into the eyes of basically yourself, but you know it's not you. You're here, you're standing here. You are the one watching. But there's also something or someone also watching. And you know it's not you.
Spooky.
And that's where we wrap up.
Spooky.
It's okay, Seiji. I was just busting your chops, alright? I gotta do it every so often, alright?
You're sleeping in the wagon with Kit.
Oh, and by the time you guys wound down, Kit would also have wound down off of his sugar high. Very sluggish, almost lethargic. Like, because before, Kaito like had to grab Kit and like restrain him a little bit because he was just so hyperactive, and now he's just like just like, how would I describe it? Like a towel over somebody's arm. He's just like, bleh. So yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry. I even drank half a monster, and I'm just done. I'm ready to sleep.
Don't blame you.
But man, we sure did get a lot of shit done. Just saying.
We did. That was great.
Was it a big monster, like a half a beholder?
All right. So. With that, I'm gonna wrap up here. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Hopefully enjoying. We do this every Wednesday, 5:30 Pacific, until roughly 3 hours, give or take, a little over sometimes. And yeah. And yeah, appreciate you. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. So I hope you have a wonderful evening or morning. And if y'all are checking out on the YouTubes, feel free to drop on by. I'll be back at it tomorrow. Thursday. back to variety, back to games, maybe Hades again, and yeah, that's gonna be at 6 o'clock Pacific. So drop on by if you're curious to watch us play some games. Yeah, I'll be at it tomorrow and Friday. And I don't stream on the weekend, so just so you know. So yeah, it was definitely a fun evening. There was a lot of RP involved, so you know things will definitely pick up next time. So yeah. Anywho, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I guess until next time, I hope to see you again soon. But for now, we shall meet again. It's not goodbye, it's I'll catch you later. So, farewell, adventurers. Farewell.